Welcome to the Zaxby's Pregame Show.
All right, welcome to Lee County, North Carolina, home of the Lee County Yellow Jackets. I am joined, better late than never, by Jerry Chalmers. How are you, sir?
I am great.
You're winded, aren't you?
What?
Love jumping on that microphone after that walk up those stairs. Yes, sir. I'm Chris Delambert. This is Jerry Chalmers on the call tonight. This is the NFHS Game of the Week. Undefeated Lee County.
Yes, sir.
Taking on Sandhills rival Pinecrest. We said a couple weeks ago maybe we were watching the de facto conference championship, and now things have fallen apart over there in Hope County.
It's a little different.
You know, so Lee County and Pinecrest sit atop the Sandhills Conference at 2-0. We are interested, I know both of us, to see what Pinecrest looks like live because we haven't seen them yet.
Right.
This is a completely different squad, completely different system than we've seen in years past.
Mm-hmm.
First-year coach Nick Edens has taken over this program. They're doing a lot of different things on offense, things we're not accustomed to during the Chris Metzger era.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see these guys. We had different takeaways from what we've watched so far.
Did.
But the bottom line is you've got a run-based attack in Pinecrest. They don't run the ball as much as they used to, but they're still going to be run-heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee County, it's all about the run game here.
Yes, sir.
So two really dynamic backs. B.J. Brown comes in for Lee County as the second leading rusher in the state of North Carolina. In terms of not underclassmen, but folks that are not seniors, he is 20th in the nation right now.
You can't beat that.
I'm just saying.
How much more can you ask for?
He comes in 2,704 yards for his career, averaging 135 yards a game. This year, where we at?
202?
No, we're at 1,264 for the season through 6 games, 210 yards a game.
Yes, sir.
17 rushing touchdowns. He's all world. I mean, the young man is amazingly talented. If you haven't seen B.J. Brown yet at tailback for Lee County, it's a delight. Pinecrest is going to spread around a little bit more. Sort of a four-headed attack in the rushing game. And different looks with different backs. They have sort of specialists that do different things. They're led, running back one is senior back. Let me flip to my notes here.
The GOAT.
Najir Seagraves. He comes in with 710 yards. 5'11", 178. He'll get most of the carries. He put up that 700 yards. He missed 2 games. All right, so, when you start extrapolating those numbers over 4 games, you're looking at about
solid
175 yards a game. Zamir Spencer will get carries in there. It might be the best of the bunch as a sophomore, but we're interested to see. I mean, we just haven't seen these guys before. There's an old face, an old friend. What are your predictions for tonight based on what you know?
So from what I've seen with Pinecrest, just watching a few games, I've seen almost 3 different schemes in the 3 games that I watched. To me, that's what I've seen. So it's unexpected. I'm definitely figured out they're going to be a little run heavy tonight too. Every now and then throw a pass in there downfield, maybe, not too many. Lee County, however, I think this team. Lee County has something to prove in this game. They've been doubted on every TV, Max Preps doubted them. High school OT doubted them. And, they've been getting that doubt for the last 5-6 years. So they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. I talked to some of the guys over the week. They are ready for this game.
Let me throw a stat at you.
Yeah.
So Lee County, 11 years ago, was a 4A program. During the realignment after Southern Lee opened, things stabilized. Lee County went from 4A to 3A. Since then, in 10 seasons, Lee County has played 24 games against 4A opponents, punching up. What do you think their record is in those 24 games?
22-2. I'm sorry, 22-2.
Close. You're 20-4.
Yeah, I know I won't far off.
Three of those L's came last year.
Right.
With Mecklenburg, the school from Mecklenburg. Who was it we played?
That was Mecklenburg.
Mecklenburg, and then the 2 losses, Pinecrest and Richmond last year. Other than that, they're 20-1 against 4A opponents. Steve Bordeaux's 7-3. They're not punked out by this Pinecrest team. And frankly, you can see what a big 3A school looks like. Scotland, Lee County, these are very, very big 3A schools. They're on the cusp of 4A, and you don't see the size differential. We've been a couple places in the last few weeks where we've seen a 4A team playing a small 3A school, and it looks like, the uncles playing with the kids in the backyard. These teams are evenly matched in terms of size, speed, size of the sheer number of players that are going to get in.
Yeah.
They have some similarities at quarterback. Mark Schlesinger comes in, senior quarterback for Lee County. This is his first year as a quarterback. Pinecrest as well features a first-year quarterback, junior Mason Conan.
Yes.
And if you watch them in terms of arm talent, they're an awful lot alike.
They're a lot alike.
They're not going to whip the ball 50 yards down the field. Sometimes not a lot of touch on the ball, but they're captains of the offense. They do their thing.
Yes.
I think those guys dictate what happens tonight.
Very much so.
You seem to think this is going to be a very tough task for Lee County. You like Pinecrest here, maybe?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like Lee County. I just think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I really think this is going to go. It can go either way, but I think Lee County will come out on top.
Well, it's Friday night, and it obviously can go either way. We're here to see it. We'll bring it to you. This has been the Zaxby's pregame show.
Yep. We're back.
We're back.
We're back in Lee County.
All right. We're going to go down to the field for the national anthem, and we will be back with the NFHS Game of the Week. Lee County hosting Pinecrest. I'm Chris. This is Jerry. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, soldiers. Today we decide. Are we going to run and hide, or are we going to fight? They think it's over. Well, they got another thing coming. Because today, we're going big!
Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split top bun, and Zax sauce, their new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
Wilkinson Chevy Cadillac Buick GMC welcomes you to the NFHS Network Game of the Week. Brought to you by New Image Media.
If you've been injured in a car crash, the personal injury lawyers at King Law Firm will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right. Legal matters involving the family can be emotionally draining, complex, and difficult for all involved. Call the highly skilled attorneys at King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
We're getting close now, Jerry. Getting close. The team's about ready to take the field. It is youth football night here at Lee County.
It is.
The Lee County Lightning and all the other affiliates
got a halftime
in attendance tonight. The players get to go down on the field. I love to see 8-year-olds getting excited.
Got a surprising halftime guest.
Oh, fantastic.
Part of the youth football rim as well.
Okay. I'm excited to see who that is.
Yeah.
Pretty good crowd on hand. People still filing in. I see headlights coming in through the gate in the distance. Pinecrest, we'll be interested to see how many folks come down from Moore County. About what do you figure it is to Pinecrest? 35 minutes?
35 minutes.
35 minutes from here to Pinecrest. Pinecrest, one of 3 schools in Moore County. It's the big one.
Yeah.
And it's like a university campus out there. That school is enormous.
It really is.
So while we're waiting for the teams to get on the field, speaking of big teams, there's a whisper, there's a rumbling that there could be a vote coming in the next few weeks about realignment of football for the next couple of years until they realign the conferences altogether. All I will say is that I think if such a vote happens, I think it will be pretty near unanimous that they go that direction.
It would make more sense.
It would make more sense to a lot of people. I mean, obviously it made some sense to some other folks, but there were a lot of, stories and rumors and conjecture about what happened last time round. I personally think, and Nate and I talked about this last week at the Union Pines game, I think that whatever happens, if there is something that happens, I think it's a stopgap And I think what we see 2 years from now when it comes time to realign these conferences, I think we go to a 5A or a 6A system. Because if you go to a 6A system or even a 5A system, you can have 5A play 6A.
Yeah.
There's only a couple hundred students different.
Right.
When you're only got 4 classifications, you got some of these 3A versus 4A. You got 1,000 students different in these. And it's not, it's a different animal. So big news on that front. I think there are some folks across town at Southern Lee be very happy for that to happen. I don't know that Lee County necessarily wants that to happen just for the sake of them. I think they like playing up and being challenged in the regular season versus perhaps coming in a little flat in the playoffs after they've 4 years at the Cape Fear Valley.
Right.
They plowed through it undefeated. Or was it Tri-County?
Easy money, Tri-County.
Just straight through undefeated for 4 years and weren't pushed in most of those games. So, that's the downside of that. But I think it's an inevitability, and we'll just see how it plays out.
Chris, I love looking down the field and see, former players coming back to support their school. See Jaden Marshall down there, who was also at Columbia University. Hey,
talk about parlaying your football talent into a big-time degree.
Yeah, man. Can't beat it. These Lee County boys have really been made a name for themselves as well. Some of the ones who've left from college, DDP up at Appalachian State, Desmond Evans at Carolina, Colin Johnson. Let's talk about Colin for a second, just to throw something out at you. Colin now is also playing linebacker at Pembroke.
Colin Johnson playing linebacker.
Colin Johnson is playing linebacker at Pembroke.
I remember Colin Johnson when he started his high school journey as a wiry kid. Looked like he weighed about 140 pounds and just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Of course, he was the quarterback, 2-year starter here, led that team to the state finals against Weddington. And it would blow my mind to see him having put on enough weight to play linebacker in college ball.
And I tell you what, he put on his Instagram. I've seen a couple tackles he made. You got him. You also have Jaden Chalmers at Campbell. You have I cannot think of his name now. Duran McCoy also at Pembroke.
Yes.
Also at Pembroke. You have Kenyon Palmer, who is also playing at Barton University. You have Jordan Terrell, who's a former Jacket, playing at Barton University. So a lot of these kids are going out and making a name for themselves even after leaving high school. And isn't that what we do it for?
That's what we do it for. And it starts right down there on the field with all those young folks out there that are part of the youth football programs.
Yes, sir.
And, it's what it's all about.
I love seeing it. Love seeing it. It gives these kids something to look forward to.
All right, so Lee County has won the toss and elected to defer. Pinecrest and the all-white will receive, and they'll move from right to left. I told you during the break, it's throwing me off to see Pinecrest in all-white.
Yeah.
This isn't I don't know how often they wear the all-whites. I've never seen them in person in all-whites. I'm accustomed to the green, which is always another thing, that the green and gold combination with the nickname Patriots isn't one that you want to put together, but that's the thing.
Yeah. And I see JV lost last night to Pinecrest, 24-23, who also has, they're allowed 11th graders on JV. Did not know that. They have a 9th grade JV team, and as well as varsity at Pinecrest.
Lee County's JV doesn't lose often.
They don't lose often, man. Don't lose often.
Speaking of guys that don't lose often, Steve Bordeaux, I said earlier, looking for win number 50 tonight. He is 49-7 in his 5th year as a head coach and his 5th year at Lee County. Now, there's an asterisk there, though, because he actually got 1 win as the interim coach at Richmond years ago, but he doesn't count that one. We won't either.
Count that one. Okay.
So 49-7. He's looking for win number 50. He's going to have to earn it tonight. And here come those Lee County Jackets. Little gamesmanship, man. They're coming out before Pinecrest does on the far end.
Yes, sir. Bringing in the tail
I'm getting chills, Jerry. I don't know what this is. Like a playoff game, man.
Look, I got you.
This is like a playoff game.
Yes, sir.
And here comes Pinecrest, the Patriots, perennial powerhouse for 20 years under Chris Metzger. We're at the top of the rankings, playing for state championships seemingly every year. Lee County, 3A, their southern neighbor. Amazing that in 20 years, these teams didn't play until last year.
That's crazy.
Pinecrest in that first matchup, first year of the Sand Hills Conference, got the better of Lee County. Lee County be looking to exact revenge. And, somebody everybody looking to knock Lee County off. A lot of folks feel like, well, they're the class of Sandhills this year. Everybody wants to knock them off. Nobody's done it yet.
Nobody's done it yet.
And this should be a ball game tonight, sir.
That's a tall task. That's a tall, tall task.
All right, Lee County's kickoff team out onto the field.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm kind of glad to be back up top. I've been down on the field lately, you know.
I'm glad to have you back up top, too.
You know, it's a little different energy. A little different energy there.
All right. Hernandez for the Jackets to kick off.
Set to kick off for the Jackets, number 31.
Alonzo Hernandez, the junior, he will try to spin this thing right to the numbers, probably on the right side. They're always hoping they can get the ball onto the ground, catch a bounce, and pick off a free possession. They rarely, if you haven't been paying attention, kick it deep. Pinecrest got them well scouted, I can tell you that, because they don't have anybody beyond the 20. It's amazing to me with all the tape that's available how many teams don't scout and know that that's what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And that ball got to the ground. Whoa, look out. All right, and we saw something early there. Return is back out to the 25. We talked about the fact that Pinecrest is doing some new things on offense.
Yeah.
I see a lot of different things, but the things that I have seen that are effective have been conditioned by very bad tackling against them.
Agreed.
Highlighted in the Richmond County game. I didn't think I'd ever see tape where I saw Richmond tackle that badly.
Nobody would ever think it.
I would be stunned if bad tackling is part of their solution tonight. They're going to have to out-execute. Mason Conan, junior quarterback, leads them out onto the field.
First handoff
And the first hand, well, and man, right through tackles. And getting the start tonight, I said during the intro, might be the best of the backs, the sophomore.
Yeah.
Zamir Spencer comes in averaging over 9 yards a carry.
Off balance.
Only 18 carries up to this point. This is his first start of the year, but this guy is electric. Good size, and he'll only get bigger. I'm a little surprised, frankly, that he's in there to start the game, but well earned.
The last Lee County game against Hope, their defense really stacked up against the big back. So let's hope they do the same thing tonight.
All right, the hand is inside. Spencer will try the right side, and that's not going anywhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no further. 2nd and 10 coming up. And 2 plays in, Lee County already rotating folks in on the defensive line. That's a staple of this team. Jeremiah Phillips checks out. Into the game is Jay Sally. All right, 2nd and 10. Now, given that they like to run the ball a lot, and it's sort of the staple of that offense, Pinecrest trying to stay in front of the chains all night. Looking for positive yardage here. Almost got him off sides. There comes the screen. Oof, and right past JoJo Jennings and through, folks, and that's Spencer again, and he is quick. All right, that's another Shed Depot first down, and that's nearly 20 on the play.
More missed tackles.
Yeah, and he left JoJo Jennings
standing still. You don't see that often.
No. I'm mentally going through 3.5 years of tape in my head, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody leave him flat-footed like that. And now we know why he got the start. Morgan looking good, or excuse me, Spencer looking good early. Quarterback Mason Conan, we don't have a height weight on him. He looks bigger in person than I pictured on tape. And that's what he'll do, is a predetermined quick pass across the middle. They like to hit that in the seams. His first pass down the field is good for another first down. And Pinecrest making this look easy, Jerry.
Hey, his first set of downs. A little bit of power going there. Shout out to Kanye West. Tell you what, you don't see Lee County pressing too much on the outside against receivers. Usually give about a good 5-yard cushion, but I see on the other side over there, there's a little bit of press defense on that side over there.
They are Logan Walker up at the top, And they've seen something on tape with that particular receiver because we don't see that look very often at all.
Not at all.
All right, the hand is inside. Nope, he pulls it. Now he's rolling. Jennings in pursuit and will force him out of bounds after a short gain. Conan athletic enough, but not a real threat to run very often.
Yeah.
Good eyes by Jennings to keep that in front of him. All right, so 2nd and 10. They don't give a very favorable spot for Pinecrest on the play. Ball be set up at the 29. Good to see his band showed up tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Conan from the gun, 2nd and 10. Line comes set. Oh, again, almost gets him off, and that is the play right down the seam. And they're looking at the matchup and they're looking at the look because he knows where he's going with it before the ball's snapped. You can see how quick it comes out, and you're going to have to do better than that. The tight end, Elias Khalila, 6'5", 210.
That's a big guy.
I kind of remember us talking about another tight end in the conference with the same sort of build and wondering why we didn't see that right there. I don't care who you are. It's hard to tell. It's hard to guard a 6'5" tight end in high school. And inside the Remax red zone early, Pinecrest threatening. 4 minutes gone in the first quarter. There's the hand to Spencer, and he's bottled up. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 4 coming up.
Like Ronnie Hooker's back, 23 for Lee County.
Good eyes.
Yes, sir.
Ronnie Hooker, one of the sophomores that gets real varsity reps for this team, has been out for a couple of weeks.
I see
and he's a difference maker.
Eddie Asanya starting over McKendall tonight. That's a little different. The County looking for a stop here.
All right, a change at quarterback. They put in Jalen Morgan at quarterback there and run Wildcat. Gets about half of what he needed. That'll be 3rd and goal from about the 2.
Now we see the biggest guy on Lee County, Tyler. That's a big guy, man.
I tell you what.
He's a big guy.
Tyler McMullen, number 74, that just checked in. Stars for Lee County on the offensive line. And in short yardage situations has taken to plugging up the middle there. I don't know how many different people it takes to move him off the spot, but it's more than one. All right, Morgan's still in at quarterback from the Wildcat. Takes the snap, rolls right, looking for space, and does not have it. No, he does. He sneaks across the goal line, and Pinecrest strikes first, 6-0. Not a lot of resistance put up by Lee County, and I'm surprised by the amount of damage they were able to do on the ground there, Jerry.
I agree. Couple pass plays, as we talked about earlier, we've seen that they were run heavy. You seen more I seen more pass plays in that drive there than I did in a whole quarter of the first couple games.
Well, they've got some plays that they just execute well.
Yes, sir.
And when they get that look down the seam, they'll hit it. And Lee County's going to have to be on alert for that. All right, hold us down, kick is up, kick is good, and Pinecrest with the early lead, 7-0. We'll see if Lee County can answer. We'll be back for the kick after these messages.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with Remax Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Pinecrest Patriots on the road get out to an early start and take a 7-0 lead. 7:24 to go first quarter.
Will Miller set the kickoff for Pinecrest.
I commented on the kickoff going the other way, Jerry, that Pinecrest obviously scouted Lee County well. Given that they've scouted them well, I'll be interested to see if they kick it deep because Lee County thrives on that. And, would love to see everybody kick it deep. I'm interested to see where this goes. Only one man deep for Lee County. Nope, they had them scouted just as well. That man right there at the 20 doesn't have to move much. And here he comes. That's Kendall Morris. Oh, Great tackle downfield.
Great tackle.
Number 7, Cohen Martinez, got to the ankles.
It's about angles, man. He picked the perfect angle.
Kendall Morris, a very dangerous return man with a head of steam, was looking to make a big play, and instead.
You don't see too many people run down Kendall from behind.
Perfect
like that.
angle. All right. Senior quarterback Mark Schlesinger leads the Jackets out onto the field. Number 8 was a staple in the defense for the last couple years. Now playing quarterback. B.J. Brown on first down, wrapped up, nowhere to go. Brown 6 for 6 this year. 6 games, 6 100-yard performances.
Tackle for the Patriots by number 4, Jalen Morgan.
Lee County opening up with a little bit of pace. There's the snap. Fakes the hand. Now rolls. Schlesinger can get you with his legs. Gets it out there. Morris. Oh, God. Tackle came up high. No call for face mask. Much to the chagrin of the Lee County sideline. Be close to a first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. Ooh, that's a tough spot. We're going to do this all night, I guess. All right. So 3rd and a long 2. Brown in there at tailback, easy to pick out with the orange shoes, and takes the handoff, dances, and does not get it. Loses his balance and is stopped short. Lee County bringing out the punting team early.
We don't see this much.
No, and I tell you, the way those 2 runs were blocked up, nothing left in the middle, and Pinecrest did a good job of filling there. And Hernandez to punt, and it's a high, short kick. And comes down. Good bounce for Lee County. Going to get across midfield. But only about 28 on the kick. And Pinecrest with a short field just short of the 50 will get going the other way, looking to add to that 7-0 lead. In years gone by, when Lee County got punched in the mouth early, you always kind of tensed up.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team this year in particular, and last year, has played in a lot of close games.
A lot of.
Manages to keep their composure. They come out on top more often than not. But you don't want to get too far behind this Pinecrest squad.
Oh, no. Nice to see Lee County get a good stand here, defensive stand here. Gave up a lot of quick yardage.
They did. A lot of success on first down for Pinecrest. Here's the tight end, fake jet motion, then comes short. And there is Spencer on the carry, and there's a lot of room for him before he gets that first contact.
Ball carrier for the Patriots, number 36,
and he'll pick up about 3 on the carry, second down.
Number 54, Jay Sally.
Watching Lee County against Hope, the defense, again, that was one of the best games I've seen for JoJo this year. He's definitely going to be needed to have that type of game again tonight.
JoJo Jennings at middle linebacker for Lee County, 4-year player on varsity, basically a 4-year starter. And you're going to get a timeout, Pinecrest. They didn't like what they saw. While they talk about it, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Seeing McKendall in.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to stay here.
Yeah, I guess we're staying. Seeing McKendall out right now with Adesanya, and that is an adjustment for Lee County that we have not seen yet this year in the beginning of a game.
Well, I'll say 2 things. First of all, I'll say Adesanya excels against the run.
Yes.
So if they're anticipating run heavy, Adesanya is the guy you want to have on the ground. 1, he plays the run well to start with. 2, once he gets his hands on you, you generally tackle.
Oh, yeah.
The second thing, though, is Adesanya in the last couple weeks in coverage, the lights started to go off for him.
It started to go off. Definitely started to go off for him.
All right. Conan from the gun. Here's a reverse and taken down.
Hit.
That is JoJo Jennings in there. Hunter Neifert gets nothing.
No gain on the play.
And 3rd down. This is the first 3rd and long Pinecrest has faced today.
3rd down and 6 for the Patriots.
All right. Clock down at 4:55. Pinecrest not playing with a lot of pace. That's Interesting, also not surprising. I don't know what the plan ultimately for the coaching staff is, but you're still talking about the installation of a brand new offense.
Yeah. Big cushion on that far side. That corner. Huge cushion.
Takes a snap. Looking. Gets it down the field. You can't give up that much space. Playing inside leverage. That's tough right there. All right, that's too easy a conversion on 3rd and long like that. Eli Melton, sophomore receiver, who is a big young man. Logan Walker out there, it's interesting. We saw him on the other side of the field playing tight. Here he's playing 12 yards off on 3rd and 8 and never even got in the same zip code. All right, first down, Pinecrest. Conan from the gun. Takes a snap. The hand is to Spencer. He's around the right side, trying to get the edge, will not. Taken down for a short loss. JoJo Jennings leading the way there. Jennings got there first. Isaiah McKindle over there to help clean that up. Prince Lamison checks in for the Jackets on the defensive line.
Comparing these defensive lines from the years before, what do you think about this D-line here, Chris?
I think for most high school programs, this would be considered a really good defensive line. The issue is you're stacking this up against defensive lines for the last 4 or 5 years that had college player after college player after college player come through. And I think the difference here is that this defensive line has not developed a guy who can get in there and disrupt consistently that you have to account for.
And they're young.
And they're young.
They're young.
I mean, we've seen Ross Johnson, you know, last year as an example, really kind of get loose and disrupt. But this year, not able to do that. Now, in most cases, what they've done now, and you got to come up with big plays like that in a game like this. Just like I said during the break, you got to run that linebacker underneath that, or they're going to keep doing it. Raleigh Cotton, who's been a revelation for Lee County in his senior year, a major contributor this year. 4th and 4 coming up for the Patriots.
Tell you what, if that ball would have got to him, he had green.
Oh, he did.
Had a lot of green in front of him.
He did. But that's the coverage for that. That's the thing we saw repeatedly on tape, was right down the seam. Well, if you see it enough times, all you have to do is step the linebacker in front of it, and Cotton did a good job to get to where he needed to be, just not able to pull that thing in. Oh, and there's big missed tackles.
Missed tackles.
And that's going to the house. Spencer for the touchdown.
Another missed tackle.
Running right through the tackles. Zamir Spencer goes for 30 and a touchdown for Pinecrest, and Lee County's reeling a little bit.
We don't see this much.
No.
But like you spoke earlier in this in the show, we were talking about you've seen a lot of missed tackles in Richmond County. Now we're seeing these same missed tackles here at Lee County. It can mean something big in the end, man.
All right, the extra point try to stretch this to 14-0. And that kick is no good. Popped in the air, Deacon Medwick. He'd like to have that one back. And while Lee County tries to sort this out, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
All right, soldiers. Today we decide. Are we going to run and hide? Or are we going to fight? They think it's over. Well, they got another thing coming. Because today, we're going big.
Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split top bun, and Zax sauce, or new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
All right, welcome back to Sanford, North Carolina. County seat, Sanford, home of the Lee County Yellow Jackets.
Yes, sir. This is unexpected. Well, not say unexpected. Is this the biggest deficit for Lee County this year up at this point, 13, down 13? I think it's a first.
Probably.
I think it's a first.
I'm thinking back, and it has to be.
Yeah.
All right, Pinecrest to kick. 2:27 left in the first quarter. Lee County 3 and out on their first possession, and that's down. You got to get on that. Oof. Looks like Morris is able to jump back on it.
A little confusion right
there. Yeah. Couldn't decide if he wanted to catch that and sort of backed off it, and then at the last minute panicked.
Yeah, one player to call a fair catch. Other player.
Well, and that's got to be a little disappointing because it's obvious they've scouted this. They put him in that spot for a reason.
Lee County 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line.
All right, Lee County in disarray. They're an offensive lineman short coming out of a change of possession. Not the vote of reassurance you want. All right, here we go. Second series for Lee County. Here's the snap. B.J. Brown with the carry. He gets out to the right side. This is where he'll do damage. Working, cuts it inside. Dances through. He'll have the first down, and after a gain of 17, will go out of bounds. That's a little bit more like what Lee County was looking for.
That's what we'll see.
Number 18.
Maybe it was the
Jaden Baptist.
first series jitters.
First down, Jackets.
All right, from the gun, Schlesinger fakes to Brown, now throws a screen. This is Kendall Morris coming back the other way, and that was a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage when they threw that. He was running back into traffic.
Run down by number 1.
Might want to get a little bit more vertical. No gain on that completion.
Morgan for the Patriots.
The outside was actually wide open.
Well, he was coming with a full head of steam back toward
the defense.
All right, from the gun, Schlesinger hands to Brown. Brown to the second level, slides through there, gets sideways, and he'll have 14 more.
B.J. Brown on the carry for
and after a first series where they couldn't get out of their own way, B.J. Brown, just like that, strings back-to-back first downs.
First down, Jackets.
First downs this year brought to you by Shed Depot. Jerry, have you been out to Shed Depot and gone on the lot and just checked out what they got?
I will have a he shed if I do.
Dude, I tell you what. Oh, JoJo Jennings checks in at tailback, and a pre-snap penalty. Let's see what we got.
Flag on the field.
A false start, Lee County. Mark him back first and 15. JoJo Jennings in his career, 91 carries for 20 touchdowns.
You can't be mad at that.
No.
That run at Hope County, man, that was one to see.
54 yards. That is one on my own personal highlight reel.
Yeah.
All right, first and 15. There's a snap. Jennings dancing, now moving forward, and he'll get back almost to the original line of scrimmage. Second and 11 coming up.
Jennings on the carry for the Jackets. Stopped by number 4.
Just when they needed it most against Hope County on the road in a great football game.
Yeah.
Jennings checked in, and on his first touch, went 54 yards to the house.
What a stiff arm.
Oh, half a dozen broken tackles and one of the most beautiful stiff arms you'll ever see in high school football. All right, there's the hand to Jennings on second and long, and he's caught in the backfield. He'll stumble forward for about 3. Third and 9 coming up. The chain gang's wrong. They already had third down. This will be third down here. 4 down territory for Lee County, you think, Jerry?
I definitely think so. Definitely think so.
They're at the 44. I'm sure there will be a thought about going for it if they don't come up here, but they're going to want to get.
It's going to depend on you.
Definitely depend on a lot closer. All right. There's the toss to Brown. Brown looking for space. Gets sideways again. He's going to come up 5 yards short. So 4th and 5 coming from the 40. No movement from the sideline. The offense will stay out there.
Definitely 4 down.
And that'll bring us to the end of the quarter, just like that. That was quick. All right, we're at 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. It'll be 4th and 5, going from right to left for Lee County when we come back. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
At King Law Firm, we draft wills and healthcare power of attorney to protect individuals' wishes. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right. If you've been injured in a car crash, the personal injury lawyers at King Law Firm will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
All right, welcome back to Sanford, North Carolina, home of the Lee County Yellow Jackets. They've gotten popped in the mouth here early, Jerry, down 13-0.
It happens.
They face a 4th and 5.
It gives you something to play for. That's how I look at it. We're down. I have a reason to go that much harder. We're down. And you don't say that much in conversation when you're talking Lee County.
All right, I'm interested to see the play call here. They haven't thrown the ball down the field yet. I'd be surprised to see a pass behind the sticks. But at the same time, you got some moxie to try and run the ball on 4th and 5. So we'll see.
Could you be mad with B.J. Brown running the ball?
Man.
4th and 5. It's tough.
Here we go. 4th down. All right. There's a check at the line.
Okay.
Audible out of that. And there's the toss to the right. Got a lot of work to do. And he is going to be very close.
That's
it
first
depends
down.
on the spot. The near side officials got it. The far side, uh-oh.
He's there.
Kendall Morris is down for Lee County.
He's down.
So we'll address whether or not we've got a first down here. It's going to be really, really close. But more importantly, on a lot of different levels, is the health of Kendall Morris. While they tend to him, we'll take a quick break.
First down.
It is a first down. Well, let's take a break while they hopefully tend to a minor injury for Kendall Morris. This is the NFHS Game of the Week.
I think they want us on here, Chris.
Well, and again, we're staying here. And we get to be here as Kendall Morris hops up off the ground. So that's good news.
Looks like he got hit in the groin area.
Well, I'm not happy that it's that.
But I'm happy that it's at least that.
Yeah, could be a lot worse. All right, 11:49 to go in the second quarter. Lee County finally starting to move the ball here. They did get a first down. They didn't get it by much. All right, Schlesinger. 2 backs in there. I love this set. I don't know why we don't see more of this. Jennings to his left, Brown to his right. The hand is to Jennings. Jennings trying to get it going. Gets a couple there.
JoJo Jennings on the carry. Short gain.
Not a lot of push from our offensive line right now tonight.
Emilio Nam.
Interesting grouping of personnel out there on the offensive line right now.
John Luke Taylor.
All right, clock running inside 11.5. Schlesinger fakes, looking for the screen. Coming back to the football, that's Jaden Hill. Dancing. The timing on that screen, those guys are almost running backwards to the ball. That's going to be a tough – that's a tough ask for the receiver when you're going back toward the ball to get turned around and go down there.
Huge.
No gain there for Jaden Hill, the sophomore receiver, on that screen. And that's 2 that we've seen that didn't look fantastic. Let's say that. All right, 3rd and 9 here. If it was 4-down territory before, it definitely is now. There's the fake. There's the throw. That's
Isaiah
Peoples, who is becoming one of the primary down-the-field targets, which is shocking because he's about 3.5 feet tall, man. That is a little ball of muscle right there.
Sir, he is.
And he is quick. Former running back, can do some damage once he has the ball in his hands, but he's finding a way to get open down the field and does there. Schlesinger, a great job delivering the football. 1st and 10 Jackets inside the Remax red zone. B.J. Brown spinning, bouncing, and he will get about half of that, and it'll bring up 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
You know, what's been great is B.J. has been able to avoid that hard hit this full season.
He has.
That's a great attribute to have as a running back as well, how to avoid a hard hit. I tell you that. I've seen some late this season.
He's got it. All right, Schlesinger drops on second down. Throws it. Ooh-wee! Tried to force it in there to Logan Walker. Again, Logan Walker coming back to him. Threw it into double coverage. The ball hit Walker, bopped up into the air, and almost picked by Pinecrest, and yet another third down. Even though Lee County's stringing first downs together, they're working awful hard to do this. They got to clean this up. Clock stop with 9:45 to go, second quarter. 3rd and 6. All right, the hand is to Brown. No, Schlesinger going to keep, rolls, throws, got it.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jaden Hill.
Nice play.
Unable to come up with it. Got his hands turned around. And 6 is not to be, and they're going to roll the field goal team out here. Alonzo Hernandez will look to cut into this 13-point lead.
That's a tough one right there. Hey.
And this is no certainty, and that's hard to say about a Lee County team where the field goal team has been money for years. They've had problems in protection, and Pinecrest knows that. They'll be coming after this. Hold us down, kick us up. Looks good from here. Gotta hesitate, man. We've seen a couple here in the last couple weeks. We didn't know.
You just don't know.
All right, Lee County onto the board finally. 9:39 to go in the second quarter. Hernandez pops through the field goal, and a conversation going on with the officiating crew. But anyway, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the kickoff after these messages.
We have a home at 225 Sainsbury Place.
So bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it. For all your home, auto, life, all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
Come see us in person, 1720 West Edward Drive in Sanford, right beside Dempsey Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
All right, welcome back to Lee County. Lee County gets onto the board. They trail 13-3, kicking off here to Pinecrest. This Pinecrest offense looking good, Jerry. And I'm not going to acknowledge what I said to you over the last couple days about my expectations. I will just say that Pinecrest has exceeded them.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
I'm going to let that one ride, Chris. I'm going to let it ride.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed particularly with this coaching staff using athletes to the best of their ability instead of trying to plug them in. It's obvious they have guys that can do some different things because of their size, skill set. Use those guys to do those things, and we've seen it a couple of times already. All right, it's a high spinner to the left, and that one a little bit too far to the left to go out of bounds. The flag comes out, and that ball will be spotted.
Matt Holt and Adidas for all the banners around the school and stadium. Thank you also to Prestige Landscaping for the plants outside the stadium.
Once they decide where they're going to go with this.
Make sure to visit the Hive for your concession needs. Located outside
at the 35-yard line.
Let's see if we can get a defensive stop by Lee County. Hey, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for Pinecrest. Could you ask for any more?
No, not from the offense. I mean, they've done what they did and really haven't broken a sweat.
Yeah.
Not much in the way of 3rd and longs there. The one that they were faced with, they converted pretty easily, frankly. All right, Conan back out at quarterback. Still Spencer, the sophomore, in there at tailback. Oh, there's a false start. The H-back, Ilias Kalila, a little bit of a flyer there.
Flag on the field. False start for Pinecrest.
You don't usually see the Lee County sideline this stagnant. Not a lot of energy. Got to get that energy up and get it out there on the field. Got to make a difference here. Everything makes a difference in close games. Everything.
Snap. Spencer with the carry, looking for space. Oh my goodness, he did it again. He left Jennings flat-footed again. That right there is worth the price of admission. Man, oh man.
These are things we don't see.
19 on the carry for Spencer, and just that little bit of hesitation.
Yeah.
And JoJo let up and thought he had the angle and was frozen. It's twice. All right.
He's not a big kid. I tell you, 36 is not a big kid at all.
No, he is elusive. All right, here comes screen. That's into the mouth of the defense and running right through it. 15 on the pass play. Pinecrest with back-to-back first downs, and they're rolling.
Tell you what, it looked like a little film study has gone very well. What do you think?
Oh, I'm impressed with how well they have scouted this Lee County team.
Yes, sir.
And on the flip side, I haven't seen Pinecrest do a single thing I haven't seen a dozen times.
Nope.
And they're just doing it well enough that Lee County can't do a whole lot about it right now. And now they've had enough of that. All right, Ronnie Hooker comes in, makes first impact play for the defense. Tackle for loss will be 2nd and 12. Ronnie Hooker's just a difference maker.
Hey, man, he's a big difference maker.
If he can keep focused and continue to grow a little bit, he's got a bright future. He's a good ball player.
He can have an impact just as big as Desmond
Yes. Well, let's not get carried.
Hey, it's early.
He's not 6'6".
He didn't have the early.
He's not 6'6", 230 as a freshman.
Not yet.
All right, here comes the rush. Hooker trying to get through there. Gets the out, and first incompletion of the night, I think, for Pinecrest. Trying to find Hunter Neifert out there on the right side. 3rd and 13 for the Patriots. I tell you, I've talked with Coach Bordeaux from Lee County several times.
Yeah.
It is my impression, he won't go so far as to say these words. It appears to me like they use Hooker as the game goes on. They figure out where we can get somebody to make an impact.
There he is,
and
right
talking
there.
about an impact.
JoJo.
There's JoJo Jennings, who said, "You left me flat-footed twice, not this time."
Yeah.
And that's a big tackle for loss, and that'll bring out the Pinecrest punt team for the first time. But Hooker is a guy that plays all over that defense based on what they need in that particular game. We saw it starting in Overhills, and we've seen it a couple of times.
Yes, sir.
And then you got Jennings, who, man, when he gets rolling, he can do a lot of that.
Yes, sir. They need him rolling tonight. I'll tell you that.
All right, coming after that punt, gets it out of there. Pinecrest always has great special teams. Always let that go. And that's going to check short. Oh, and knocked into the end zone. Oh, that's a bad break for the special teams there for Pinecrest.
That is a nice punt. That was a nice one.
Yes, it was. Pinecrest always got that.
Always.
Of course, when you got, 40,000 students on campus, you can always find somebody who can do that.
Yeah. You stopped. Yeah.
No, I am always impressed with their special teams.
Yes, sir.
Among other things, Pinecrest is a great football school and has been for a very long time.
Very long time.
All right, Lee County with a chance to switch momentum around here. Trailing 13-3. Mark Schlesinger in there at quarterback. B.J. Brown, the lone tailback. From left to right in the receiving corps, Jaden Hill's all alone by himself. Up on the far side, Kendall Morris, Isaiah Peoples, and Logan Walker. Logan Walker, the guy to watch. He'll get a couple of looks during the game just because he's probably the fastest of all the Jackets. And they're looking for Walker or Morris, one way or the other. The ball's thrown over top of all of them and goes for nothing. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Coverage on the play for number 23, Wade Harris.
If he was looking for Morris, that was never going to happen. If he was looking for Walker, Walker misunderstood because Walker was already blocking.
Yeah. It looked like a little flare pass out to Morris. It just was a little too high.
All right, 2nd down. 7.5 to go in the half. All right, Schlesinger, screen again. And again, going back toward the quarterback. Jaden Hill, that's 2 screen catches for him for no yards. And the big drop in the back of the end zone. That was the last time I must say that. I feel bad. I feel dirty just saying it.
Well, definitely got to get
high school football
kinks out of that
high school
screen pass right now.
All right, 3rd and 10. Lee County had a chance to swing momentum. That goes away here if they don't convert. Schlesinger, snap is low. Gets the ball out. Brown with he can do this. Oh, no. Dances. Now he's going around the other way. If he can get loose. B.J. Brown is dragged down. What a play to stop him. He was getting to green pastures right there.
On the run.
And that defense stayed with it. Great individual effort there to bring him down from behind. I believe it was Jaden Baptiste that made the play to save what could have turned into a highlight reel kick. Kick is high and short, gets another good roll, but will fall dead at about the 45-yard line. Pinecrest taking over with another short field. Flag out there. You see a flag? I don't see a flag there. Where you got it?
Flag down on the far side of the field over there.
All right.
Next to the Pinecrest.
Can only be one of two things. Either got to be a hold or a sideline infraction. We'll see which.
Coming at 10, the Charles Bobby night, as we recognize the Hall of Fame coach.
He seemed intent on marking that. And that's. You can't hear the audio, but it looks like unsportsmanlike conduct against the sideline there.
Yeah.
Now the question is, nope, they are going to mark it off. I was going to say if it's a. Wondered if it was a sideline. Why did they do a spot foul from there? I'm confused, Jerry.
Hey, high school football, Chris.
Lee County will take it. It marks it all the way back, all the way back to the 39-yard line. Well, I suppose when all that was said and done, even though they looked like they were marking from the spot, it wasn't. That'll be 15 yards from the end of the kick. All right, 1st and 10 Pinecrest, 6.5 to go, first half. Man, I was just thinking about running down to the concession at halftime, and then I looked down there. That line is ludicrous.
Oh, man.
There's as many people down in the concession line as there are in the stands. There's Spencer. He's got a little bit of space. Look out. He could go. There was a block in the back, didn't get called. Jennings makes it all the way downfield to stuff that. He's getting annoyed.
Definitely getting annoyed. Spencer is definitely, he's got some damage.
33 on the carry for Spencer. He's trying to check himself out of the game. He's winded, it looks like. But he is a dynamic back.
I got my little minion coming up here.
All right, 1st and 10 Pinecrest. Moved the ball efficiently most of the first half. Conan from the gun. Spencer's still in there. I think it looked to me like he tried to wave himself out of there. Coach Stone didn't want to hear any about that. All right, snap. Drops, looking, throwing it up there into man coverage, and that's going to be a penalty all day long. Peoples was beat and dragged the receiver down. Probably not a bad idea because that was going for 6 had he not done that.
Yeah, definitely.
And Peoples out there does a great job at corner, but, man, he's got a mismatch out there.
Definitely undersized.
All right, getting our orders placed there. You do what you have to do. All right, motion for Pinecrest. Conan hands to Spencer. Spencer nowhere to go. Lee County starting to solve that a little bit.
Short game, stop by number 57, Prince Lamberson.
And I'm back, Chris.
All right, hey, man, you were taking care of something more important. Because given the number of people down there, there is no chance we're getting anything at halftime if we walk down there. First of all, as old as I am, it'll take me 10 minutes to get to the bottom of the stairs, I think, let alone get all the way across the field. All right, now new look at tailback. And this into the game is Brandon Hackett, senior running back, 50 carries for 353 and a couple of touchdowns on the season. And that is great coverage.
Defense.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's just great
Kendall
defense
Morris was there. They're going to say he wrapped that left arm around, I think. Knew what was coming, did a good job of diagnosing it, just didn't get his hand off the receiver. And I think pass interference is going to be the call here. Tough call. All right, that'll be half the distance. Pinecrest set up now at the 7-yard line. New personnel into the game. They're going to go back in that Wildcat look, I believe. Yep. Jalen Morgan, the running back, will go back to the quarterback spot. And they checked a couple of offensive linemen into the game. They're going heavy. Whoa, they're going heavy. So they're going to go 6 offensive linemen and a fullback. Well, a fullback and an H-back. It really looks. That is beast formation right there.
That is beast formation right there.
Pinecrest looking for a timeout here. Lee County probably not bad, but Lee County got a timeout there. Pinecrest calls it. Lee County probably need it. That was a look we hadn't seen before. 4:58 to go in the first half. Lee County trails 13-3. Pinecrest trying to stretch that lead out a little bit more. We'll be right back.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
All right, Pinecrest first and goal around the 8-yard line. Showing what you call the beast package, Jerry.
Yes, sir. That beast package is some serious.
6 offensive linemen, 2 fullbacks, and a Wildcat quarterback here. Bring a man in motion, and they're going to run behind him, and that's strung out and going to be a short gain on the play. Good diagnosis there by Lee County defense. Good job by Pinecrest to get positive yardage out of there.
Number 22.
Morgan picks up about 2 on the carry. Same heavy set here for Pinecrest. A little bit of a wrinkle in the formation. They move the fullbacks out. Oh, now they're going jet. And picking his way close to the goal line, and he is in there. That is Brandon Hackett, who did a good job of finding his way through all those big bodies, and he puts Pinecrest up 19-3. That's tough to defend.
Hey, that's a tough one. But Lee County is allowing themselves, they're putting themselves in positions to allow these teams to run these type of plays and get points off of them. That's simple.
All right, the last extra point attempt was no good. This one almost blocked, but it gets up there and is through. 20-3 Pinecrest. Kind of dominating so far, Jerry. Hey. We'll see if Lee County has an answer on the other side of the break. We'll be back with the kick. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
No. All right, we're back. I was listening to House of Pain. I got distracted. All right, 20-3. The Pinecrest Patriots have rolled down here to Lee County. This is a team that got out sputtered a little bit. They have gotten it going. Again, new coaching staff, new offense, new philosophy. I'm impressed with these guys so far.
Very.
All right, Kendall Moore's all alone deep. No, it's not Morris. It's B.J. Brown deep. Slowly looking to see what materializes. Spins out of there and runs into his own guy. He ran into Raleek Cotton. He was trying to get going left, and like a pinball, just sort of bounced back to the right, and not a lot of damage done there. The ball will be placed at the 22. First and 10, Lee County. 4:04 to go. Perfect scenario for Lee County is to walk this thing down the field, get a touchdown before halftime as it goes to double zeros. Worst case scenario is 3 and out and give Pinecrest a chance to stretch his lead out some more.
They've been unable to stop Pinecrest on offense.
And keep in mind, Lee County will get the ball after halftime, and they have been a second-half team during the duration of Steve Bordeaux's 5 years here at Lee County.
Agreed.
All right, there's Brown. Nope. Schlesinger pulls it. Schlesinger falls forward, going to be right near the sticks. They'll mark him just short. Nope, they're going to wave the chains forward. That'll be a first down for the Jackets. First down is brought to you by Shed Depot. Clock will pause so that they can reset the chains.
That was a great read by Schlesinger right there.
Schlesinger dangerous with the ball in his hands. And he is a load. He will seek contact. He doesn't run the ball like a traditional quarterback. All right, Schlesinger takes a snap, hands to Brown. Brown looking for space. Brown busted out. Gets to the sideline and corralled, but not until he picks up 15 and another Lee County first down. This is what we're accustomed to from Lee County.
Definitely.
Run out of bounds for the Patriots by number 22, Rashad Gilbert.
Still noticing that the offensive line is just not getting that push against Pinecrest. They're not getting it.
All right, 1st and 10. Clock running now at 3:20. Well, there's a whistle. Got a false start on Lee County. 1st and 15. There's a couple of those. Those don't help. I didn't see who jumped. Did you?
I didn't see anyone jump, to be honest. Well, I guess we missed that one, you know.
Oh, we missed it for sure.
We missed that one. Don't happen often. I just feel privileged to be back up here with the GOAT, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just, I'm in awe. I miss my man Nate.
Nate Cochran.
Hey,
Nate,
man.
I hope Nate is watching the
I
feed.
hope he
In fact,
is.
you know what? I promised Nate I was gonna send him a link to the game, and I forgot all about it.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long week.
B.J. Brown.
All right, short gain there. That'll bring up 2nd and about 14.
Stop for the Patriots by number 90, John Luke Smith. Oh, John Luke Taylor. Correction.
All right. Clock down around 2.5. 2nd down here. This is a big couple of downs for Lee County, and there's another pre-snap penalty. What do we got? I think we got offsides here. That's going to help out. That'll take it from 2nd and 13 to 2nd and 8.
They loaded the box there.
That's the first flag against Pinecrest tonight, I think.
First one. As a coach, you love that as a team. You love that for your team.
All right, Brown at tailback. And they're going to check. Steve Bordeaux, head coach of Lee County, calls the offense and the defense. And there's the toss to B.J. Brown. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
B.J. Brown, stop for no
Pinecrest defense is swarming. And we're usually saying that for Lee County. Not a lot of size, not huge players out there. They're making a difference, I tell you that.
All right, 3rd and 10. Clock inside 2 minutes. Schlesinger drops. Screen coming. Screen is to Brown. Brown with a head of steam. He's going to have the first down and more and fumbles the football. It's out. Ball's still out. And Brown might have gotten back to it. It's going to be tough. We'll unpile him here. Brown, the only Jacket with a chance, and he did not get back to it. And Brown coughs up his 2nd fumble of the season at the worst of times. Had the first down and a gain of about 15, but that ball got popped out, and then everybody kind of stopped thinking Pinecrest was on it.
Oh, yeah.
And they were not. All right. Pinecrest with a chance to, woo!
Yeah,
they score here.
Unexpected.
The calculus gets tough. 20-3, 143 to go. If you're Pinecrest, one of the things they like to do is if they have man coverage down the field, they will throw it up 50-50. They have some enormous receivers.
They do.
This young man down on the near side, number 80, who made the catch to convert the 3rd down, Eli Melton. Melton, man, I bet he's 6'4".
Every bit of it.
He's matched up against Kendall Morris, who runs about 5'7", I would imagine. They list him at 5'8". I assure you he's no taller than that. 5 free ones for Pinecrest. And you can see Lee County's in a tough spot right now defensively.
Yeah, man.
Because they're struggling to stop the run. They've gone to a single high safety look. They're playing tight down here on Melton. And that's a false start, so they'll give it right back. It's getting a little messy here at the end of the half. Anthony Battle's playing up top at safety. The coverage on the far side of the field is what concerns me. You got these guys playing 10 yards off with inside leverage. There's a lot of green on that far side of the field those guys run into. Now down here on the near side, Kendall Morris draws man coverage on Milton. And here goes Conan. He's rolling. Pressure's coming. He flings it out there and turns his receiver around. And the coverage was good enough there. And it, you know, talking about the coverage, but basically Prince Lamison made that play. He beat his man, and the pressure was immediate. And that's a big man coming at you.
Yes, sir. He's a big one now.
6'3", probably about 265. It's a big guy. All right, still one safety out there for Lee County. Conan from the gun says something to Spencer. Fakes the hand to Spencer, throws it down the seam one more time and juggled and caught. And there goes Melton, and he's running, and he's going to score.
Wow.
The coverage was there. The ball was batted away, and Melton just made a heck of a football play. And Pinecrest,
then another miss.
They came here hunting for bear, buddy.
Hey, man.
26-3 with a minute and a half to go in the first half. And that one takes the wind out of your sails. I mean, the defense is there. The play gets made. The ball pops up in the air. Melton just stayed with it and then outran everybody. And it's almost not fair to be that tall and that fast.
I cannot say I've seen a score like this at Lee County in the past 6 years.
I'm going to say Anson.
Yeah, well, no, not 26-3. I think Anson finished up with 23 points altogether. But, man, this is a tough one.
Yes, it is. All right, minute 25 to go in the half. Lee County is getting smacked around here. They've got some work to do. They got a minute and a half, and then they've got the halftime to make the adjustments. Yeah. What needs to happen, Jerry?
A lot. I mean, a lot. Your defense has to wake up out here. Offensive line has to get some push. Defensive line, they're not doing bad. But the secondary, they're missing tackles. And that has, hey, man, it's a lot to come up with right now. Offense has got to get going. But as we've seen, things can change. It takes one play. It takes one play to get a momentum swing. But they need that play right here. We need a home run. What you think, Chris?
Ooh. Why not get it in a kick return?
Hey, why not?
All right, 125 up 27-3. You'd have gotten long odds.
Ooh.
Had there been betting on high school football games.
Yeah.
Kick is a short spinner. A fair catch signaled. Logan Walker brings it in. I'm not sure if I'm Pinecrest. That's my play there. Lee County with a short field. They'll take the ball at the 37. Lee County with a full complement of all three timeouts. So the clock not really a factor here. More of a factor is they got to figure out if they can get the ball down the field in the passing game, because that has not really been the strength of this offense.
Not at all.
And I say not really the strength, I mean not at all the strength.
Not at all.
All right. Same formation, different variation. They got two wideouts to the left, two wideouts to the right. B.J. Brown in there at tailback. Schlesinger from the gun, drops, a little bit of time. Now steps up in the pocket, dances, needs to do something, throws it out there, and it's tipped and caught. That'll be close to a first down. Jaden Hill, that'll stop the clock to reset the chains. 1:14 to go. That was a oh my gosh moment there with Schlesinger as he threw it back across his body, but it ended out okay after the tip pass. Clock running already. You think you get a little bit more home cooking on setting the chains there. Down at 105. 103. Schlesinger drops, looks, gets it out there, looking for Jaden Hill, overthrew it, and Jaden Hill might have seen Deacon Medwick out there who was looking to take his head off. 55 seconds to go in the half. Medwick had that timed up, measured.
Oh, yeah.
And did a good job to pull off of that, to be honest. Because if that had been you back there as safety in your high school days, somebody had been laid out.
Probably would have went on through with it back in my time.
They'd have been looking for Jaden Hill's mouthpiece a week from now.
Back then, you'd have went on through with that hit.
The game has changed for the better.
Yeah.
All right, Brown with the carry into the second level, doing damage, and he will have another first down. 12 on the carry, and that'll stop the clock again. And Steve Bordeaux calls a timeout. And you got an offensive lineman down for Lee County.
That's a big one, Wyatt Rickett.
All right, while they tend to him, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week. Lee County trying to get back in this thing, down 24 at home in the first half.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
And we're back here in Sanford, North Carolina, home of the Yellow Jackets, and we're down 27-3 right now at Pinecrest, driving, hoping to get something.
All right,
in
Wyatt,
these 48 seconds.
We talked about the offensive line struggling to get some push a little bit. Wyatt Rickard limps off. That's a guy they can ill afford to lose. That's a young man that is sort of the heart and soul of that offensive line room.
Definitely.
And has been for a long time.
Definitely.
Heck of a ball player. Hopefully it's nothing that can't be taped up and get him back out there. 48 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Jackets at the 40.
Stick around after the game for Marching Yellow Jacket performance.
All right, Schlesinger drops, looking down the field, now rolls, throws it out to Brown late. Brown cuts, spins, gets a couple, and the clock keeps running. Tough call there by the official. Coach Bordeaux get another timeout, 29 to go. Lee County down to 1 timeout left.
Almost looked like he got out of bounds.
It looked an awful lot like he got out of bounds from here, but that doesn't matter. All right, Lee County, 2nd and 9 here at the 39-yard line. Definitely not thinking field goal here. Bryson Lyons doing primary camera work tonight. I'm thinking of Bryson right now because I'm listening to the music coming through, and it's been an eclectic mix of songs. But all things considered, I think Bryson's about as good a music director as we can have in the press box on camera tonight. All right, Schlesinger on 2nd and 9, 29 to go in the half. Schlesinger drops, got a man coming across the middle, but pressed out of there. Now he flips it late, and B.J. Brown gets out of bounds, about 3 yards short of a first down. That was some Jamel Holloway option look right there.
Nebraska.
I don't know if Brown knew it was coming to him, but he did a good job by everybody to keep their heads about it.
Back in Nebraska, man.
I tell you right now, Logan Walker ran across the field and had a touchdown if Schlesinger had another beat to get him the ball, but good pressure from that Pinecrest front. I like that route combination. They ran peoples deep. Walker came up underneath. It's almost like they stole that out of Overhill's playbook. That was what Overhill's ran against them all night. 21 to go, 3rd down. 1 timeout left for Lee County. All right, Schlesinger takes a snap, drops, looking down the field, going to hurl it down there into the end zone. Jaden Hill's out there, goes up, makes the touch, and helps to atone. Did he get it? Did he come up with it? And he did. That is a touchdown for Jaden Hill.
Number 10.
Hopefully he remembers that one a lot longer than the last one. Jaden Hill cuts into this lead. 27-6, he went up, high-pointed that football and brings in the touchdown.
That's how you redeem yourself.
27-9. I said Pinecrest would take that 50-50 shot. That time it was Lee County doing it. We haven't seen a whole lot of that. Hernandez with the extra point is 27-10, 13 and a half seconds to go in the half, and barring something unforeseen, it really was. Lee County looks like they'll go into the half down 17, which isn't great, but it's a whole lot better than going in down 24.
Agreed.
So across town, Jerry, Union Pines jumped out to a 7-0 lead against Richmond County. They're going into the half right now, and Richmond is only up 13-7. Union Pines doing their thing.
Hey, you never know these days.
You never do.
You never know. You never know.
Big Don Clayton down there doing color tonight. I miss Don. Oh, actually, I think Don is on play-by-play tonight. Which is, hey, doing his thing. We've seen Don in the press box. Don's been in there with Don does a little bit of everything. He is a super guy. All right. Don't give up a big return. That is a high spinner, going to be fielded there by Neifert. And did they say he signaled for a fair catch? I didn't see the signal. Oh, nope, didn't. What ball wasn't blown in play? They're going to make him do this again, I think.
So, Chris, you know,
wait a minute, what just happened?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
No, they're going to spot it there.
What?
It's bizarre.
Well, as I was speaking earlier, I said I had a halftime guess for you. You know, usually.
I don't want you to tell me. I don't want you to tell
me.
No.
They're coming because you're going to be. Usually, you know, you step back, and I ask the questions and a lot of good things like that. But today, they are here to talk with the GOAT. They're going to talk with the GOAT, and I got to tell you, we have the new coaching staff at East Lee Middle School.
That is exciting.
At East Lee Middle School, man.
Exciting.
So they've transitioned from AAU football to now they're coaching in middle school, and hey.
Next, Carolina Panthers.
Hey, man.
All right. Pinecrest going to take it into the half here up 17. I think if you're on that Pinecrest Patriots sideline, you can't be more excited about how the first half went. Lee County, man, you better find some fire somewhere. The team
Gotta find some fire.
Flat.
Gotta find some fire.
Never really got the offense untracked, and they got some work to do. It's an uphill climb, but if anybody's up to it, it's those Lee County Yellow Jackets. We'll see if they've got it in them.
Second half football.
We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with apparently the brand new, freshly installed, newly minted coaching staff at East Lee Middle School. I'm fired up about that.
Hey, man.
And people at home might think I'm making it up. I had no idea you're doing this. I'm really pumped up about that. And it gives us an excuse not to do a whole bunch of analysis over the first half, which I really don't want to do anyway.
That's it. Me neither, Chris.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with the King Law Firm halftime show with some special guests. We'll see you in a minute.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
If you've been injured in a car crash, the personal injury lawyers at King Law Firm will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
Welcome to the NFHS Network's halftime show, brought to you by King Law and New Image Media.
All right, welcome back to the King Law Firm halftime show. I'm Chris Delambert. I am joined by some folks I didn't know were coming out to hang out with us, and you guys are going to make great guests, but if I ever need a security detail, I'm going to call you guys too, because we can go anywhere and I wouldn't be worried about anything. All right, these guys handle business. Coach Darnell Prince, just newly minted, installed it at East Lee. Tell me how that came about.
First of all, I'd like to give my credit to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Coming back to East League to coach my alma mater, which I played at and won at. It's an honor to me. It's a blessing to give back, man. So far, man, it's been a blast. The kids have been, the kids. we got some new people. The administration's been good. Coach Steve has been a great guy. Coach,
I'm trying to figure out, where's the camera at? I don't even know where the shot's coming from. There you go. Yeah, you're in there. Got to remember, it's a mirror image.
Coach TA. So it's been a challenge for us, man, but pretty much it's been.
All right. So over the course of the last couple of years, did East and West combine last year to play their season? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm new, so he might answer.
East and West actually combined last year.
Okay. All right, and at this point, there's no need for that moving forward. You guys got this under control, right?
Yes.
All right. Now we understood there were some issues, some equipment that you guys need to bring into the fold. Jerry and I talked about this. We talked a little bit about it on air, and now he's running from me because he's scared. Here's what we want to do. Jerry and I, prior to the Richmond game on October, what game is it? I don't even know. Whenever the Richmond game is, here's what we want to do. We want to go to social media. Jerry and I are going to run the 40-yard dash against each other.
Oh, my.
On the field before the game. But in order for us to run the full 40 yards, we're going to do it, and we'll do $250 a yard. We're going to ask the community to step up to try to come up with $10,000 for the program. So we're going to get that out there on social media, and we'll see if me and Jerry can make it through 40 yards without dying. But then everybody's going to see that I can beat him, and he keeps just trying to poo-poo it like he's got this under control. But I've seen him run down there trying to get back and forth to interviews. I got him.
You got him.
I might not get him for 45 yards, but for 40, I've got him.
You can do in the workout to get ready for it. You just coming off the couch.
Nope, I'm going to roll out of the couch. I'm going to pull my shoes out from up in the – I got them bronzed. In fact, I told him what I want to do is run barefoot. He said that's not fair, but I'm not trying to hear that.
So tank top or not?
No, there will be no tank top. Nobody wants to see me in a tank top. Nobody wants to see me in a tank top. So as far as the season's going, how many games are you guys on playing your slate this year?
We're slated to play 7 games.
Okay.
We've played 3. All right. The first game we didn't quite have enough people, but since then we've played 3 consecutive games.
All right. Mm-hmm. And how's the performance been on the field?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We was in every game. First game we lost to Wesley 12-0. 23. Yeah, 26-20.
All right.
Second game, 12-0 to New Century. And then Wednesday this week, which we've been building, the kids have been building each week, and we changed the offense up a little bit, simplified things, and actually we was up 20-8 in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes.
Oh, come on, Coach. Oh. And it got away from you.
And it got away from us. Our inexperience showed. We got a lot of kids. We got a lot of holes in there.
Okay.
And we've been trying to cover it, man. The kids just couldn't finish. We just couldn't finish the game, and that goes on us. But it's definitely a challenge. Well, we used to doing the youth program thing where we can kind of pick our kids.
Yeah, 100%.
But now we got to use what we got, and we have to coach what we got. So that's been a great challenge for us, but we up to it. You guys up to it.
All right. So we talk about it all the time, that Lee County has become a football factory here over the last 12 years or so. The worst season they've had here has been 8-4 during that stretch. The team has gone to a state championship.
Right.
The expectations are high. I think that people from the outside looking in don't understand how important the youth programs and the middle schools are.
Right.
What kind of interface do you have with Coach Bordeaux and the staff at Lee County and Coach Mike over at Southern Lee right now?
Mm-hmm.
How much communication is there between all of you guys with regard to what's going on in your program?
Well, I remember the first day Bordeaux got here, my son came home and said, Dad, I'm switched to defense. And then I got a phone call later from Coach Bordeaux. He said, I heard you got a youth program here. And so he wanted to know what was practicing that, and he came, and then we took off from there, man. He's been instrumental. And the first thing he wanted to know is, he said, why is the separation? Why are y'all not practicing here with the other program? We need it all together.
Yep.
And so Coach Bordeaux has been keen on that, man. It's been strong, and it's blessed the community. And take tonight, you look at this Pinecrest program. They in AAU, solid from top to bottom. You're looking at this program right here. You're looking at an AAU program run through solid. That's what we're doing here in Lee County.
All right. Hey, and by the way, that switch to defense worked out pretty good, right?
Yeah, yes. I told Berto I owe him. I owe him. That's what I did.
All right. So what would you call when you say that there's interface between you guys, especially when you get to middle school level, those are the young men that are a year or two away from entering the high school.
Right.
Are you synchronizing and trying to do things and instill concepts that the high school does? Or will you be trying to do that so that you're sort of running a style and a system that are similar to what they're going to see at the high school level, or is that not a consideration? You're just going to do your thing?
Well, we started out the first week running a conventional offense. Second week we came and we installed Coach Berto's system because he's already trained us with it through the youth program.
Look at there. All right.
But we didn't score that many points with it. So, I need him to come more. I'm going to have to give him a call.
He's a little busy right now, I'm just going to say.
So, we were short on numbers, though, but Coach Berto came over to the school during this break over here, and then he talked to a few kids and got them out to come to help us complete that team. So, yes, there's a lot of interface going on back and forth.
All right.
And I'm sure we're going to do more,
Okay, well, I can tell you when you were named, I didn't even know it was something that was being considered. I saw it via social media. I dropped what I was doing. I called Jerry. We hollered and screamed about it. We were so happy. I hope you do this for the next 20 years, and I mean that sincerely.
Right.
I hope you guys build that program and are part, an integral part of this machine that's become Lee County.
Definitely.
Because, getting those middle school programs tracking like that, it's important.
Definitely.
It's important.
We got to have a grassroots program.
You guys, thanks for what you're doing. It's sensational. Y'all got to lean on this dude right here because we have to make this 40-yard dash happening. I told him that you're running from me. I'm ready. You're ready.
Hey, Jerry.
I got quarters on, so
All right.
Hey, Jerry, tank top or not? Okay. And look, we got a couple of our players with us here today. They came with us. Introduce yourself to the camera. Come in. What's your name?
All right, guys, introduce yourselves. Talk right into the camera. Talk loud.
All right. Speak loud so they can hear you.
All right, guys. I told these guys, your coaches, when they came up here, they look like a bunch of tough guys. Which one of these is the meanest of the coaches that's up here with us? All right, I knew. I already knew. I already knew. Guys, thanks again for hanging out with us. Jerry, you got anything you want to throw in here? You're taking the day off. This has been the King Law Firm halftime show. We got a big second half coming up. Lee County with work to do, down 27-10. We'll be back with second half action after these messages. Thanks for hanging out through the break.
Go Jackets. We need some magic.
At King Law Firm, we draft wills and healthcare power of attorney to protect individuals' wishes. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free. The consultation is free. The advice is priceless. King Law Firm. We fight to make it right.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, General Motors. We are professional grade.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com. At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, one where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service, test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
All right, soldiers. Today we decide. Are we going to run and hide, or are we going to fight? They think it's over. Well, they got another thing coming. Because today, we're going big.
Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split top bun, and Zax sauce, or new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. General Motors. We are professional grade.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one.
There's the kick and not fielded. Now picked up on a bounce. And is that Raleek?
No, that's Peoples.
No, that is Isaiah Peoples, who loves to have that ball in his hand. He gets it out across the 30. And Lee County, not a whole lot of room for error here, Jerry. They're going to have to go out there with the intent that they're going to score on every possession.
Every possession.
Down 17 to start this second half. We talked about the fact this team has faced some adversity. They've faced this kind of adversity.
Yeah. This is a first. This is a first. Great interview at half, man. I didn't get to get on that. Usually.
Well, I know what you did though, man, because I'm looking at the chicken from here. Zaxby's.
Hey, man,
they got a whole platter over there, buddy.
They're killing us in there.
I
man.
assure you that during every commercial break the rest of the way, I will be over there with a handful of Zaxby's tenders.
We're gonna have to talk to Cobus.
I have been giving grief to the folks at Zaxby's all year.
Yeah.
Where's the catering? And it shows up, and I didn't know it was here, or I'd have grabbed some earlier. And I'm keeping an eye to make sure they all don't walk away.
Yeah, they're definitely making it happen over there.
All right. I'm kind of hoping somebody calls a timeout here right now so I can grab some. All right. Lee County missed an opportunity in the pass game when Jaden Hill put a touchdown on the ground. B.J. Brown, he comes out like a ball of fire, 12 yards on his first carry of the half. That'll take him to 12 for 82.
Stop for the Patriots
for the game. And, newsflash, he's not the leading rusher in this ball game.
Yeah, it's a first.
Not a first. I think, he got outrun.
South Granville.
Yeah, South Granville. Samir Spencer finished the half 12 carries for 93 yards. If he puts up another 93 yards in the second half, Pinecrest is going to win this ball game.
Yes, sir, without a doubt.
All right. Schlesinger fakes, throws, gets it down the field. That's a better look. Kendall Morris with a head of steam trying to pull out of a tackle. He'll have 25 on the catch. And that's how I'd love to see Kendall Morris used constantly.
Yeah, definitely.
Morris, an electric athlete, was a step away from going to the house. And Lee County comes out at halftime. We said we hope to see some adjustments.
Seeing something right from the start.
I hope we don't see another screen in the second half with receivers running toward the quarterback. All right, there's the hand to Brown. Nope, Schlesinger pulls it. He's going to keep it himself. Positive yardage. Man, I love it when he puts his shoulder down like that. 7 yards on the carry for Schlesinger. Lee County on the move. Checking into the game, Miller Pietrowski, sophomore. There's one of those sophomores making their way up to the varsity. Number 15, the sophomore receiver checks in. And I'm going to tell you, to get reps on this team as a sophomore,
you're solid.
You got to be a good ball player.
You're solid. Now, this is much more what we expected from Lee County at the beginning of the game. These type of drives.
All right.
But, hey, playing with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Schlesinger rolling, looks down and throws a pick. That was a bad pick. And that's going to come back to the 25. He lollipopped it out there and into the waiting arms of number 18, Jordan Baptiste, who has had a great night on defense.
Yes. Tough. That's
and
tough. That's tough.
Takes all of the oxygen out of the room. Pinecrest up 17 will be going the other way. Lee County looked like they were going to do some damage there.
Tell you what.
But it was not to be.
Let's see if this defense made any adjustments at all.
Well, I thought we might see Jennings move to defensive end, but he's back there at linebacker. Ronnie Hooker at right end is standing up. He's a guy to keep your eye on, number 23. And Spencer with his first carry of the half. Jennings misses an ankle tackle. And Spencer going to be out of bounds, but not until he has another first down, 11. That puts him over 100 for the game. 104 yards on 12 carries now for the sophomore.
Yeah.
Who is about to have as many carries tonight as he has had all season coming into this game. Zamir Spencer, sophomore running back.
Just looking at him, you wouldn't expect this right now.
No.
Just a look.
No. He does not have the frame that would suggest to you that he's going to put people on their backs.
Not at all.
But he is a stout runner.
He definitely just did that.
All right. He doesn't get it. Ooh, that seam route again that was there. Pass is incomplete, though. Spinelli unable to bring it in. 2nd and 10.
Defended by number 4 for the Jackets, Logan Walker. 2nd and 10.
All right, Ross Johnson. We talked a little bit about him in the first half. Checks in on the defensive line.
He hasn't had the impact that he had over the last few seasons.
Not at all. And I think I don't think that's, him taking a step back. I think that there's other guys that don't have to be accounted for.
Yeah.
He's not getting the man-to-man or the single matchup. All right, pressure coming. There's the flip on that screen. Too much space for Spencer.
There's a block in the back there.
They got a long way to run him down, and he's going to be dragged out down inside the 15-yard line. Woof.
I tell you, there's a couple blocks in the back that they're missing. Maybe it's just me.
Pinecrest doesn't do a lot of things in the passing game, but the things they do well.
They do very well. That screenplay was used as well as I've ever seen one used
Lee County, Lee County has tried to do that several times through the course of this game and hadn't had near as much green in front of a receiver as Pinecrest did there. All right. From the gun, in at tailback now, Najir Seagraves, who we said came in as the leading rusher, comes in as the leading rusher, might be really fighting to get on the field from this point on, was as good as Spencer's been.
Now, Chris, as much as you know Lee County football and the stats and things like this, if Lee County were to lose this game, this will be the first in how long on this field? You're usually on point right with these things right here.
I'm going to say, so they lost to Mecklenburg County on this field last year.
They did.
Number 32 on the carry.
Now, a conference game on this field.
JoJo Jennings.
They lost last year to Pinecrest at Pinecrest. They lost last year to Richmond at Richmond. The last time they lost a conference game on this field would have been Southern Lee on the missed extra point Hail Mary game.
That is it.
Ishwa Times caught that in the back of the end zone. I'll never forget that game.
Years?
Tom Wellborn was calling that game with me and had already given up and was putting his notes together for the postgame show. When that pass went up, he didn't see it. And I jumped up and called it, and he had no idea what was going on. All right, so after the tackle for loss, there's an offsides call, and Times came down with it. And then in the overtime, Southern Lee scored, converted the extra point. Lee County matched them with the touchdown and then converted but had an ineligible man downfield.
Called back,
so they attempted to kick it, and the kick never got off because the hold was botched. And Southern beat them for the third year in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that the second of 3 times?
That was the third. That was the third.
Yeah, that was a ball game.
Intended for number 32.
But that would be the last conference home loss for Lee County, and you're saying 7 years. 7 years sounds right.
Number 2, Isaiah Peoples.
7 years.
It doesn't happen often.
No, sir.
Now, Dudley got him in the playoffs on one of the most heartbreaking games I've been associated with. We talked about that game at Lincoln the other day. What a way to lose a ball game. And for anybody that doesn't remember, Lee County was down early, not this bad, but they fought all the way back. Dudley could not do a thing on offense. And with a couple minutes left, they threw a screen pass that floated in the air forever.
Yes, sir.
And the receiver came down with it, and there was nobody in front of him. And I've never the emotion in that game to think Lee County's got this. There's no chance Dudley can move the ball. All right, while we're talking all that yak, a big development here. Lee County stops Pinecrest cold, and on 4th and 5 from the 10-yard line, they will attempt a field goal, and it is up and it is through, and that will make it 30-10. So it's still a 3-score ball game, but a touchdown whip and a dagger there. So Lee County will come out and receive this, see if they can keep it going and get back in this. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week. We'll be right back after these messages.
Grab some, Chris.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
And we're back. Sanford, North Carolina, down in Lee County at the home of the Yellow Jackets, who are now down 30-10 to the Pinecrest Patriots. Tell you what, man. Never would have thought this one, Chris. Not quite like this. Not quite like this one. Get ready to kick off, as usual.
Well,
Kendall.
I know some pretty dedicated Pinecrest boosters and fans of the program who love their Patriot football. And even those guys, I don't think the most optimistic of them would have thought that 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, they'd be up 3 touchdowns on Lee County. So, Lee County running out of possessions here. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're driving coming out of the half. Tough interception thrown by Mark Schlesinger, who's now 4 touchdowns. He had a touchdown pass earlier. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He'd love to have that one back. There's B.J. Brown. Cuts up inside and picks up about 4. Given the state of affairs with the clock and the score and everything else, I think if Pinecrest could bottle him up and give 4 yards a carry, they'd do that all the rest of the way.
44, Keegan Cole Bryant.
Tough ball game right now.
All right, Schlesinger pulls, going to run himself. Nope, now he throws late, and Morris puts the ball down. 2nd and long coming up.
Coverage on the play, but number 44.
What I can say, great film study by Pinecrest. Came in for Lee County very prepared. Very, very prepared.
All right, 3rd and 7. Schlesinger drops, rolling. Thinks about dumping it off. Got to get that out of there. Got to get that out of there. Crowd screaming to throw it away, but given the down and distance, don't know that you really want to throw it away. Possession's a little too critical. And there is a player down.
It's like Schlesinger's down.
Schlesinger has not popped out of there while they tend to him. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
4th down.
We'll take a timeout for the injury and see you on the other side.
Years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
We're back as Lee County prepares for the punt. It's a better punt as the ones before, about a good 35 yards, and takes a bad bounce and picked up finally at the 47-yard line.
Hernandez punt is down at the 47-yard line.
The Patriots will take over at the 47-yard line, where will be 1st and 10 Patriots.
All right, Jerry. At this point, do you change your philosophy on defense? What do you do? I mean, you got to let it all hang out. You got to get a splash play somewhere.
It's you know, standing up here is kind of hard. It's not hard. We can throw things out of there, but for Coach Bordeaux in this situation, calling both sides of the ball, mine got to be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Well, I didn't think that I would be in this situation. What you've got right now is a Pinecrest team. That's a lateral, and Man, I tell you what, that's 6 if he gets it out there. Pinecrest looking to run it up.
Unexpected.
2nd and 10.
All right, skip the lateral back to Neifert. Or excuse me, skipped it to Neifert, who then tried to throw it down the field to Deacon Medwick. Came up short. 2nd and 10 after all of that.
Wow.
And here's what I was just about to say. I don't know, with perhaps one exception, that I've seen a Lee County game in the last 10 years where I thought a team is up on them and all that team needs to do is just run the football because they can run it well enough. Lee County can't stop it. The only game I can think of like that was probably Cleveland.
Yeah.
In the playoffs a couple years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Brought down on the play by number 3, Isaiah McKendall.
A stop here, a score. Get a little momentum, you know. But you got to let this thing hang all out this 4th quarter. Everything. You got to put it all on the table. You're watching the body language of the players right now. Hey, somebody's got to get someone fired up on that sideline.
All right, unforced error there by Pinecrest.
By the Patriots.
Low snap, and it's corralled by Conan. Wesley Robertson back there for Jay Sally back there for the Jackets. Get credit for the tackle for loss. And the punt team's out, so only about 2 minutes burnt by Pinecrest there with their offense. Lee County gets a jump trying to get back there to block that kick. That one won't do too much damage, given that it was 4th and about 20. Or is it a false start?
False start.
I'm being honest, Jerry, I don't like that series from Pinecrest at all.
No.
I mean, you go out there, you got a guy that's just gashing this defense. Keep putting the ball in his belly.
Yeah.
Now, something else I'm going to say that may sound a little funny because we talk about it with the smaller schools all day.
Look at that.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. And he's going to the house. Wow. 4th and 20, backed up deep in their own zone.
Wow. He watched
Wade
him.
Harris.
What a
with
play.
The reception. That was an elaborate fake.
What a play by the
man,
Patriots.
oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Wow. Who expected that?
Isaiah Peoples was the deep man who's the safety for that. And if you remember back when Isaiah McKendall, TJ Johnson. Tyreek McKendall. There we go. When Tyreek McKendall was here, they put him back there not to return punts. They put him back there so he could be the safety if something like that happened. Peoples seems to have hurt himself and couldn't make a play. And Pinecrest, man, showing some.
Well, Pinecrest also seen Lee County coming after this punt.
Yeah.
Why not? Best time to possibly call it.
Well, I mean, you can't argue with the execution.
Wow.
It's 36-10, and people are headed to the parking lot. We don't see that ever.
Wow.
Woo-wee.
Pinecrest really handing Lee County some humble pie tonight.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And, you know, I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people who have said, you know, the 3A teams in this conference, Scotland and Lee County, are probably the best 2 teams in this conference. And up to this point, maybe they were. At least Lee County was doing their part. Tonight,
Pinecrest showed that they are the best team in this conference.
I think Pinecrest has been reading that press.
At this time, with all active and retired military.
They are making a statement, Jerry.
And a huge one.
Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And, of course, the question that has to be answered when we come out of this kickoff is whether or not Schlesinger's a full go at quarterback.
Yeah.
First guy off the bench is Jack Martin, the sophomore.
27 points tonight. 27-point game at this moment. Who would have thunk it?
Nobody.
Who would have thunk it?
I think maybe Nick Edens over there on the other sideline. He might have thought they could come in here and do this.
And this is definitely Lee County's, I would say, the thick of their schedule starting tonight. Well, starting the other weekend with Hope County, and now Pinecrest, followed by Richmond County, followed by Scotland. So big games coming up here for Lee County.
No time to lick your wounds.
No time.
And the bottom line is that game with Scotland, regardless of everything else that happens, is likely to be the 3A championship game in this conference.
Agree.
Of course, the 3A and the 4A, they play they're playing for something different. There's JoJo Jennings on the kickoff return.
What a stiff arm.
He's scored a lot of ways in his career. He's never had a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's trying to get that here. He has him out across midfield, but you look at this, and Pinecrest front run a little bit. Lee County takes 4 points off the board with the drop touchdown early. Driving, you get a turnover down there deep in Pinecrest territory on the pick. You add another time, B.J. Brown turns that over. You start doing the math, the score looks a little bit worse than it is, but the bottom line is Lee County hasn't stopped Pinecrest all night.
All night long.
And if you're going to play, one way or the other, you got to play a clean game. But if you're going to turn it over a couple of times, you got to do more than they've done tonight. B.J. Brown on the catch has about 8.
Mark Schlesinger pass is complete to number 7.
Lee County
B.J. Brown, gain of 9 on the play.
Not moving with a great deal of urgency. Clock inside 4:20. A lot of eyebrows going to go up across the region with this game.
Oh, yeah.
One, with Lee County taking the loss when they were, seeming to hit their stride. There's a couple for – I tell you what, if they call a hold here, I'm going to be upset. And that's definitely what it's going to be called here, I would imagine.
Flag on the field.
No, they're going to get a face mask. All right, I take it all back. I was going to say, we haven't seen a hold all night, and there have been some.
First down.
All right, Brown with a couple gets the first down. That'd be a Shed Depot first down for them. Clock stop, 4:04 to go.
Not saying about a two-way players neither.
For Pinecrest?
0.
Never do. You
0.
never do. All right. It would take a perfect 16 and a half minutes from Lee County to pull this rabbit out of the hat. There's B.J. Brown looking for a first down. He'll be close. He gets about 8 on first down. Clock inside 4 minutes to go.
Tackle for Pinecrest by number 12, Marlon Harris. Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
I want to see how Lee County handles the rest of this game. It'll definitely speak a lot.
There's Brown making his way. He will have a first down. Inside the Remax red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. Have to get to about the 3 to get a first down there. There's the throw into the end zone. High points for Jaden Hill. Jaden's got his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Nice.
It's a 50-50 ball. Don't bark at him, son. Get back to the sideline. 3:03 to go. Lee County with the 2nd touchdown reception from Jaden Hill. That'll be 37-16.
Hill showing off that athleticism.
Trying to run through the math right now to see if there's any point in going for 2 here, but I think you don't start chasing points when you're down this far. Just take the extra point. Of course, I said earlier, that's been anything but a sure bet. Hold is down, and that, just like that, that's blocked. Hold was bad, never gave him a chance, so it'll stay at 37-16, and they don't close that gap anymore. So we'll take a quick break. We got 15 minutes and 3 seconds of football left here in Lee County. That was the first step. Now you need stops.
You need stops.
We'll see if they can do it on the other side of the break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
And we are back as Lee County just come off a scoring drive to make it 37-16. Pat's still up right now. Long way to go for Lee County, but this game is not over yet. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Prepare for kickoff.
All right, there's a high spinner. Fair catch signaled and brought in at the 33-yard line by Deacon Medwick. All right, Pinecrest trying to got a little cute on that last series. 3 and out, looked like they were going to give it back. Then they run a fake punt.
On their own 31-yard.
Maybe this is the drive you say, look, we're just going to put it in 36 belly and let him get us out of here.
Hey, you just use some old school terminology, one of those old school. You got a little cute on that last possession there. Look cute.
All right, the sophomore Zamir Spencer has gotten most of the carries tonight. Sits 15 for 107. And wrapped up, pulls out of a tackle.
There's a little hold. There's some hold.
Called. They haven't called a hold
all night. They haven't called it all night long.
Zamir Spencer on the carry.
Spencer spun down, got a cramp.
Tackle for the Jackets by number 6, Ayo Adesanya.
Yeah, very loose with the holding calls today, for sure. But to be honest, it's gone both ways. I don't think we've seen a hold call tonight, have we?
Nope, not one.
Which is funny because it happens on every single play. But
somebody.
Yeah, right?
Somebody's
All right, well, they stretch Spencer out. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week brought to you by Wilkinson Cadillac.
All right, soldiers. Today we decide. Are we going to run and hide? Or are we going to fight? They think it's over. Well, they got another thing coming. Because today, we're going big.
Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split top bun, and Zax sauce, our new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
All right, they are still stretching that out over there. An extended break, and you think back, first quarter flew by.
Yeah, it really did.
It's kind of been a grind since then.
It really did.
Checking you out there with your Florida Marlins hat on. I ran into a guy today in a store who had a Cleveland Indians hat on with the OG, Chiefs hat on it, and I asked him, I said, "Did you get that before or after they changed the name?" He said, "I got it before, man." And he told me he had been home. He's from Ohio.
Yeah.
Just making conversation. But he said that, you can't find anything out there. I think I'm going to have to go get me one. I'm going to have to find one somewhere. All right, and that is checking into the game, number 32 at tailback. That's the senior, Najir Seagraves, 5'11", 178. Good, tough running. He has a Shed Depot first down for the Patriots. Every one of these first downs huge right now, as all they're trying to do is run clock and get out of here. 2:25 to go. Barring any incompletions, they can get this thing pretty near the end of the quarter by the change of possession, even if they go 3 and out.
But yeah, Florida Marlins, 1997 World Series champions.
Yeah, all right. I am addicted right now to MLB 22, the show.
Yeah.
And the throwback jerseys and uniforms are one of my favorite parts of that.
I actually have the Andre Dawson jersey to go with the hat. Not a fan of the Marlins, but I love the colors. And
Dawson played for them?
Yes.
I didn't even know. Yeah. I don't even think I put it together. Dawson played for the Marlins.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, it was the Montreal Expos, and then of course he went to the Cubs.
Yep.
The Hawk.
But it was the shoes that made me get the hat.
Okay.
And that's what it was, you know. That's what made me get the hat.
All right, Pinecrest using all that play clock. Whoa! Flag comes out. I thought they might keep it in their pocket, but the whistle's late. That's an offsides by Lee County. You can ill afford that.
The reaction is what made them
2nd and 9 to 2nd and 4.
The reaction is what made them call the flag.
I cannot stand that rule.
Yeah.
But it is the rule.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, in North Carolina high school football, if at any point you are in the neutral zone, you are offsides, period. And some of these officials take it to the extreme, because if you begin lining up and you line up initially in the neutral zone, they will call it, which is a little excessive. All right, Conan from the gun, hands to Seagraves. Seagraves going to be close to a first down, and after spinning, that forward lean probably has it.
Seagraves on the carry.
And that will get us inside a minute. And by the time they unpile this with the clock just running, this will probably be the last play of the third quarter coming up.
The Jackets. First down for the Patriots.
Well, shocking night, man. Definitely
5
shocking
minutes
night.
to go in the third quarter. Union Pines is pulled to within 20-15 against Richmond. Folks, I don't know where you're watching from. If Union Pines pulls out a W against Richmond, buddy, that you want to talk about David beating Goliath.
Ooh-wee, buddy.
Richmond, one of only 5 schools in the country, do you hear me, with an 800 winning percentage over the course of their entire history. One of the most storied programs in North Carolina history against Union Pines.
800.
Without much of a legacy of football.
Man.
Who is not having a particularly good season.
Not at all.
But Cameron, a great place for a ball game, and I bet that place is jumping right now. And as much as I love these Jackets, man, I wish I was in Cameron right now. I'm trying to do the math. Can I make it there before the end of the fourth quarter? All right, Conan from the gun, rolls, passing, throws it back. Got a man, plenty of space out there. And that's going to be another big game, and it could go to the house.
Yep.
You got Anthony Battle back there with a shot, and they make him change direction. But, man, those screens off that misdirection.
It's been killing them all.
Money. Elias Kalila with the huge gain, and Lee County is on life support at this point.
Tell you what, another great game is going on right now down in Cumberland County. 71st-27, Jack Britt 20. That game there holds a lot of weight as well if you're keeping up with 3A conference and playoffs.
A lot of folks think 71st might be the best team in the region.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I was having a conversation about 71st the other day relative to Lee County. Maybe was comparing them to the wrong school.
Man.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
And we are back for the fourth quarter of action. Lee County Yellow Jackets here in Sanford, North Carolina, the big town of Sanford, North Carolina, right now on the verge of what would be their first loss on this field in conference play in over 7 years. What do you think about that, Chris? 7 years, first loss.
It's been a good run. Jennings chasing Conan. That floated out there. Why are you taking chances like that? And Jennings pops Conan at the end of it. Jennings playing with some fire now, but I don't know if there's enough time left for it to mean anything. I don't understand Pinecrest there. Coach Edens knows a lot more about football than I do, but, man, when you float a football out there like that deep, you're given a chance for a play that can flip the field.
434.
Play this thing close to the vest and get out of here.
Ticket number 684434. Please bring your ticket to the press box.
And there it is, a push. That's a big push.
All right, 3rd and goal coming up.
Jalen Morgan on the carry. Stop by number 3, Isaiah McKendall.
This is quiet. I've seen this crowd in a long time here at Lee County. Unexpected games bring unexpected circumstances.
You know, all right, 3rd and goal coming up here for Pinecrest.
We were talking about Richmond County being a powerhouse in North Carolina. I'm in a high school football group. Oh, there we go again. And I tell you what, you couldn't tell that to Shelby or Crest High School. They are considered themselves the biggest and most power schools as far as winning state championships and et cetera, in North Carolina history. I don't know much about that area, but they talk heavy about it. What do you know about? You know anything about Crest and Shelby High School? They have a lot of championships over that way, Chris. They definitely have them. They definitely have them. They have a very good team every year, I tell you.
All right, this field goal makes it really tough. if it wasn't already, it is up and through, and it is 40-16. 24-point lead. Now you're 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions away.
Hey,
I think.
Yeah. Might be one tonight, Chris. We might have one.
Turn out the lights.
Yeah.
The party's over.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a good run. Been fun to be a part of it.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't know that Lee County was going to beat Pinecrest tonight, but I sure didn't think Pinecrest was going to come in here and assert their will like this.
I knew it would be a game. I picked the more so tough game side that they would eventually fight. Hey, man, but woo. The coaching staff had this team prepared.
Very impressed.
Offensively and
very,
defensively.
very impressed. Now, I'm going to tell you about Coach Edens over there on that far sideline. Pinecrest, when Chris Metzger kind of left them high and dry, they kind of hit the pause button, made it very clear they were going to do an interim staff for a year.
Yeah.
And they went and found Coach Nick Edens.
Yep.
He's 114-32 in his career. He played at Crest, or excuse me, coached at Crest, and before that was at West Montgomery. All right. While he was at Crest, he went 43-17.
Yeah.
2 conference titles, 10-3. But when he was at West Montgomery prior to that, they made 2 state title appearances. They won 11 or more games 5 of his 6 seasons there. And West Montgomery, here's the one for you. 32 straight conference wins in Edens' final 5 seasons.
Well, I tell you.
At West Montgomery in Mount Gilead.
Well, he's definitely prepared.
And I am impressed. First, and we saw it right out of the opening.
Yeah.
That they obviously knew what they were up against. They had scouted well. There was no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
And then schematically, some of the things we've seen throughout this ball game, very impressed with this staff. Very, very, very impressed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, they keep winding that clock. Kendall Morris gets it out there for about 13 and a first down for Lee County. B.J. Brown,
first down,
17 carries for 103 yards, less than half of his normal production. He's going to add to it there. He'll pick up 6 on the carry. Clock will continue to run, 9:50.
Stop for Pinecrest by number 90, John Luke Taylor.
Pulls. Schlesinger looking. Has Morris again who puts it down. Morris having a tough night.
Schlesinger pass incomplete. Coverage on the play.
Quite a few drops.
Yep. It's been a tough night for all the receivers.
Oh, yeah.
Morris has a couple he'd like to have back. All right. Lee County taking their breath here. And Morris hurt is going to come out of there. Petrowski is going to check in his slot, the sophomore. But Morris just not right. He took a shot earlier into his nether regions.
Yeah.
I think you
it's growing there.
It's not right.
Yes,
struggling
sir.
with that. All right, Brown with the carry. Oh my goodness! And there's a face mask as he pulled down, and that's one of those dangerous face masks. He was tackled by his face mask.
Flag on the play.
Always worried about that.
Face mask.
Johnny Carlson.
Foul. So it's 15 yards. First down.
Johnny Carlson with the face mask. He's listed as a quarterback there. That's a big quarterback playing linebacker there.
Big guy.
All right, 15 yards for Lee County. Clock stopped again, 9.5 to go.
First and 10 from the 36.
All right, Schlesinger fakes. Now he's running. Now he throws. Now he's got it. Peoples dancing. Swallowed up after a gain of about 8. Pinecrest trying to keep everything short of the first down, keep that clock running. One thing worthy of note is that B.J. Brown, with his performance tonight, has surpassed his total for rushing yards last year. Went for 1338 last year. He is closing in on 1,400 yards for this year. Schlesinger with some time. Now he rolls and flips it, and man, nonchalantly flips that ball out of bounds. A little bit too close for comfort to the Pinecrest defender that was out there, but it'll be 3rd and short for the Jackets.
Pass is incomplete. 3rd and 2.
And with that last carry, B.J. Brown moves a yard ahead of Spencer in this game, but it sure doesn't seem like it. Spencer 15 for 107, but it seems like, I mean, if you asked me, I'd tell you Spencer had 250, it seems like.
That's the
of course, a lot of that damage.
That's the impact that it's had. Yeah.
Oh, it has. All right, Brown with the carry. Straight ahead, spins and leans, and will have the first down for the Jackets. Clock will stop to reset those chains. Oh, and now comes late. Pinecrest yapping a lot. I think they came in with a little bit of chip on their shoulder. And like I said, we've been having that conversation here. You know, okay, the 3A schools. I think Pinecrest has been privy to that and heard a little bit more of that than they cared to.
Yeah.
B.J. Brown on the carry. Flag on the field.
I don't think I've ever seen this kind of energy from Pinecrest. This flies in the face of what we're accustomed to, where it was almost like a military precision with the offense.
Well, I do know earlier throughout the week things were going a little back and forth on social media between the two teams.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, you know. And social media is something that we didn't have back then. If a team was far off, you didn't know nothing about them until they pulled into the bus parking lot. Now, you know, you have several different ways to communicate things. And, hey, if you talk a lot, you got to back it up. That's what we've always been taught.
All right. Clock running, 8:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Schlesinger hands to Brown. Brown, just a couple there. Pinecrest giving that all day. 2 more on the carry for Brown.
I'm still – Tyler McMullen still not playing much offensive line tonight at all.
I'm going to be having a conversation. There's something going on we're not aware of. I can assure you of that. Oh, Brown slips and falls.
B.J. Brown brought down for a loss by number 18.
And that's going to be the chain gang is flipping that pretty quick. Are we at third down?
We're at third down. We're at third down.
Well, they had already flipped it before the play was over. All right, so 3rd and 11 now. Schlesinger with the screen, going backwards again, and that has not worked at all. Pinecrest has seen it coming, not impressed by it. 4th down coming up, 4th and 12 for Lee County here. And I'm going to tell you what, if nothing else happens this week, Lee County got to get back in the lab with regard to that screen.
Yes,
teams are sitting on it, and there's another flag. Somebody's running their mouth on one side or the other. And here we go.
It's going to be another against
Heads
Pinecrest.
down against Pinecrest. The crowd on the other side of the field not real excited about this. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And these guys got to be careful. You know, you get 2 of those, you have to sit out a week.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
All right, so instead of 4th and long,
first down and goal.
Now it'll be 1st and goal for the Jackets. 7:13, clock stopped. I think what I'd have to say about Pinecrest and this sort of new look, certainly nobody over there on that far sideline wants these unsportsmanlike penalties.
Yeah.
But Pinecrest playing with some swagger that we haven't seen before. This isn't what you expect from a team like this. It kind of reminds me of Terry Sanford when they were in their heyday.
Oh, yeah.
They'd come in and they'd tell you how good they were.
Oh, yeah.
They'd beat the snot out of you, and you'd hear about it the whole night. Of course, Lee County did a little bit of that a few years ago, too.
Yeah, we did that. Definitely did that.
All right, from the gun. Well, they got it set at 4th down. It's not 4th down. Or do they? It is at 4th down. How did they not award the 1st down on the penalty?
It didn't give them a 1st down out of the yardage.
Pinecrest takes over on downs.
Wow.
Not my understanding of the rule.
That
7:04 to
yeah.
go. They're going to turn it over again. Change of possession.
Wow.
Okay, 1st and 10 going the other way for Richmond.
$40 to 16. Did not wake up this morning think this game would go this way.
No, sir. Not in a million years.
Yeah, so.
But kudos to Pinecrest.
Kudos
well earned.
to yeah.
This is a good ball club. They came out with a good plan. They were well prepared. They've got good athletes, and they use those athletes efficiently and effectively. I'm impressed with this team. To be honest, what I'm interested to know is, given where Richmond's at, how the game with Richmond was so close. They got out of Richmond with a 30-27 victory. Richmond really struggling relative to what they normally are. There's Seagraves, who's going to be forced out of bounds, and they keep the clock running. Again, they've been doing that all night. That's weird. 6:55 to go.
Here's Seagraves on the carry. Run out of bounds by number 2, Isaiah Peoples.
A lot of people are going to be searching for answers as to why 75 didn't play on the offensive line tonight, Jerry.
I have a lot of questions.
All right, here's the snap. The hand to Seagraves, picking his way through, picking. Man, just carrying the pile. They're just moving bodies. 20 on the carry. I will give him about 22 on the carry by the time he's done.
Out to the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Patriots. Brought down by number 58.
I just look at it as like we've been saying this whole time. Pinecrest came ready, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a former Yellow Jacket coach on that staff?
There is. We saw him before the game.
There is. Hey.
All right, now. Very methodical from Pinecrest. Play clock at 5. Clock down at 5:45. Here comes the throw out. They're throwing the ball up. 24 late. Another 1st down for Pinecrest.
I mean, if you give them 10 yards, why not? Throw it on out there. Throw it on out there.
I mean, that's the NFL,
yeah.
High college level. You look at that and you're like, well, if you're going to give me cushion, I'm just going to turn and throw it.
Turn and throw it. Giving at least 10 yards almost over there. 8 yards.
All right.
Give me an 8-yard cushion. I'm going to throw it over there all night long.
All right. Hand to Seagraves up the middle. Bounces out of there. Bounces again. Still moving forward. Has about 5.
Seagraves on the run. Stop by number 56.
Tell you what, Jerry, if you're Lee County and you're going to take an L, this is the L to take. First of all, it doesn't affect your 3A status.
Right.
Secondly, it happened late enough in the season that it can get this team refocused. Maybe they were reading a little bit too much of their own press.
I think they needed a little bit of that. You know, it's hard. A lot of people say, well, you're only saying that because you're losing. Sometimes you need that loss. You need that game. You need that real close game.
Well,
and tonight hey.
And, you know, by the time they got to the state championship in 2019, that team rolled out and expected to win, but they had a really good idea of what the struggle looked like.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these young men have put in the time. They're out there on the practice field, but they haven't lived through that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this opens up their eyes a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they refocus.
The only one, I want to say the only one that actually played in that game back then is number 22.
I said what I said, Jerry.
Yep, it is number 22. JoJo Jennings.
He is the only one of these guys that was a part of that 2019 team as a freshman. Yeah. And this team is going to lean on guys like him to refocus because they don't have time to lick their wounds.
Not at all.
You got 2 tough ball clubs staring you down.
We got to look at Scotland last week against Union Pines. Solid ball club.
Stop at number 56.
Richmond County over there tonight at Union Pines.
Trying to get an update from Cameron on that Union Pines game. My good friend, Big Don Clayton over there on the call tonight, man. Talking about sports in general, what's going on with the Hornets, man? Every time I get an alert, they're losing another preseason game.
Hey, it's preseason.
Getting blown out, too.
Basketball preseason is a little different.
It is.
It's a little different.
I get it.
Tell you what, they went right back to that pass to that far side over there where he had a 15-yard cushion. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Number 4, Logan Walker playing off. I'm looking at 12 yards almost. Well, good 10. Just about.
I think we might have our first holding call of the night.
This might be it.
Hackett on the carry. Flag on the field.
Oh, man, where is my buddy Nate Cochran?
Indication is chop block.
Oh, no, we don't get a hold.
No
It's
hold.
chop block. All right. Nate down in Florida, not on vacation. It's a work call. Down there doing work. Oh, 8 minutes to go. Richmond's pulled ahead 27-15, up 2 scores now.
For them to be that close, who would have thought?
Yeah, and the Union Pines, you know, not real interested in moral victories, but the reality is Richmond, tough matchup for them, just size-wise.
Just size-wise. And you get a lot of that in 3A, 4A. A lot of kids going one way, other side, kids going both ways.
And that's the folks that hear the complaints about the 3A, 4A that don't understand. It's not the quality of your athletes.
Yeah.
It's the size of your program. If you're a school like Union Pines, your athletes are going to have to play both ways.
Right.
And you're playing against teams like Pinecrest and Richmond who are dressing, 75, 80 players, and they have a full offense, full defense. The special teams guys aren't even playing on those other squads.
Right.
And over the course of time, you can't compete with that.
You just can't, man.
Timeout on the field, 1:53 to go. Pinecrest going to get out of here, up 40-16. Lee County shell-shocked. They're going to have a quick turnaround and they've got to get ready for Richmond. They got Richmond or Scotland this week?
I'm going with Scotland.
How do we not know that off the top of our heads? It's been a long night, I think.
I'm going with
I think
Scotland.
we're all a little punch drunk. All right, Lee County has Richmond next week.
Okay.
At home before they travel to Laurinburg. You remember Laurinburg be a different feel, but last year's matchup here at Lee County with Scotland was an epic football game.
It was epic.
Lee County won that on an interception return late by Tyreek McKendall that was one for the ages. All right, 4th down coming up here, 1:47 to go. Lee County going to call another timeout.
Number 3 runs finale.
I'll be actually missing that game.
Timeout.
Are you really?
Yeah, man. I'll be down in Jackson, Mississippi.
All right.
See what
to Deion Sanders University.
Go down there to Deion Sanders University as they will be playing the Campbell Camels, who came off a dominating victory against Central, North Carolina Central this past weekend.
Well, go Eagles.
Yeah. Dominated the Eagles.
One of my alma maters.
Oh. Jaden Hill back in. So, you, Chris, game's over. You're Coach Berto. What do you say?
I'm going to say the first thing that my good friend Jason Trisdale, head coach at Union Pines, says all the time. If you take care of the football, you can win ball games.
Yes, sir.
And you saw 2 turnovers.
Yes, sir.
You saw too many passes get put on the ground. That's where I start. The second thing is there's some work. That's thrown. That's going to be picked. That's Anthony Battle coming back the other way. Going for it on 4th down. This is effectively a punt, and that ball is out. Gathered up there, almost went the other way. The ball was fumbled, but Jeremiah Phillips is able to come back up with it. Lee County will have it, but that was 4th and a mile. So it was as good as a punt. 1:28 to go. On offense, got to be able to do more different things.
We got to see.
What we ran into at Lee County, we say it all the time, Jerry. We see teams roll in here, and we say this all the time. If you only do one thing on offense, you're in trouble. Yep. Well, what happened today is that Lee County ran into a team that said, if you're only going to do one thing on offense, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
And now down the field, Logan Walker gets his first touch of the night. He goes for 6. Got to clean this score up a little bit, but it'll make it 40-22 with 1:18 to go. The vertical passing game non-existent. And the screen game, if you're going to run screens as the thrust of your offense, you better be really good at it. Lee County didn't do it well tonight. Bottom line.
This is the first night I've seen that B.J. Brown did not get in the end zone. All 3 touchdowns were through the air.
That is true. Mark Schlesinger with 3 touchdowns. Big pick that he would love to have back. There's some things to look at, but Lee County just not going to be happy with their performance.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, across the board. The defense struggled to stop the run early, those seam routes. And when you go back and you look at this, it's easy to say this. Yeah. You can say it about every football game ever played. You take and you flip a couple plays around. Raleigh Cotton gets his hands on one of those seam routes, pops it up in the air, can't come down with it.
Yep.
You had the fumble with Brown, only his second fumble of the year. He never puts the ball on the ground that stopped a drive. Schlesinger, I don't know what he was looking at the time. I'll be interested to talk to him.
The conversion on 3rd and 17 by Union.
Yes. I mean, there's several of those things. I mean, some early, some late, and you take those half dozen plays and you flip it around. Yeah. It's not as though Lee County got physically dominated here. But everywhere there was a break to be had, it went Pinecrest way.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have some, anomalies like the fake punt that's run. I'll be honest with you, if I'm over there, that to me, you may not see that happening in for 3 years.
Right.
But I think it changes my thought process. And I got to make sure that if I'm coming after it, I'm susceptible to giving up a fake.
Yeah.
Well, let's put back somebody back there that we can count on. Not that Isaiah Peoples is not that guy.
Right.
But make sure that there's an understanding. This is your primary function.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the most fun calls I ever made were when Tyreek McKendall was back there and fake punts got run because he was coming trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And did.
Yeah.
So it just is what it is. A lot to this, but Pinecrest, the bottom line is it was going to take a good performance by Lee County to win this thing. It was not a good performance at any level. They didn't get the running game on track. When was the last time we saw Lee County go 3-and-out on the first series? And it took them a little bit too long to get the running game established, and in the meantime, they didn't play any defense. And, you go down and spot a team, a 27-3 lead that's this caliber, nah. You got a problem,
Can't do it.
And that's what happened. And we're going to be 40-23 the final, a 17-point victory on the road for Pinecrest. They'll move to 3-0 in the Sandhills Conference. Lee County drops to 2-1.
Yeah.
And we've said this is setting up what we all knew was going to happen anyway. They're 2-1. Scotland's got a loss in conference. The winner of the Scotland-Lee County game is in the catbird seat, and they'll likely be the 3A representative from this conference.
Yeah.
As the number one team out of the conference in 3A, both of them likely to go dancing after the season. But Pinecrest at this point doesn't have to win another ball game and they go into the playoffs, given what they've done. But they're not going to lose out, and they are getting better as the season goes on.
They are.
Lee County up to this point I thought had been on a trajectory trending upward. Not today.
Not today.
Not today. It's hard to go undefeated in high school football. And this is proof positive of that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Big win. Big
there
win.
Those Lee County coaches who've gone down to Pinecrest just walked up out of here, smiling ear to ear. By the way.
Hey, could you blame them?
No.
You
All right.
can't blame them.
While they shake hands, we will go take a quick break. We will be back with the post-game show. This will be brief. I think we've said pretty much all there is to say.
Definitely.
And we'll put a bow on this and we'll go to the house.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
First Bank presents the Postgame Show on the NFHS Network. Brought to you by New Image Media.
Long. You've heard us say everything there is. We've done the autopsy on this game. If you're Pinecrest, you're leaving out of here happy.
Yeah.
Happy. I know some happy boosters down there, fans of the program. They're going to be hyped. They're going to be running their gums for at least another year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, given how things go, Pinecrest and Lee County might not be in the same conference anymore, and Pinecrest is going to be able to say, hey, we got you twice. What are you going to do? All right, Lee County, got to get back in the lab. They're going to have to do some more things on offense against Scotland and Richmond. Scotland, there's no room for error.
Yeah.
Scotland's going to put up 1,000,000 points. You have got to be able to move the ball, and you have to potentially score on every series.
Oh, yeah.
Scotland, a high-powered offense. They do a lot of things. They've got a group of backs, and they've got a great crew of receivers.
They got a great group of backs.
It is a nice offense out there. Defense in Scotland not near as good as Lee County, but I'm not sure I would put Lee County's offense in the class that I put Scotland. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Before that, we got Richmond. Richmond looks like they're going to get out of Cameron with a W. They got a whole nother level of competition coming in here. I'm excited for that. Coach Perdot doesn't lose often. They got to rally the troops. They got to diagnose this and figure out what they're doing, because Richmond, even if they're having an off year, you better bring your A game.
Yes, sir.
Those are some big guys coming in.
Yes, sir.
All right, here's the deal. Here's what we're going to talk about. We have decided, Jerry Chalmers and I, we are going to raise money for East Lee for that junior high program. That junior high program basically been shuttered for a couple of years. They had to play last season with West just to get it going. They barely able to field a team this year, but they've had problems with equipment, things of that nature. We're going to try and help raise the money. The goal was $10,000. All right, here's what we're going to do. Jerry and I are going to race one another before the Southern League football game on the field. We're going to make this happen. We're going to run as much as 40 yards.
Yes.
It's going to cost the general public $250 per yard. If we can collect $10,000, we run the full 40 yards. If we only collect 500, we're running 2 yards. So it's up to you guys. We'll get it out there on social media. We hope to be able to help put some money together. There have been some private donors that stepped up, bought some jerseys, bought some pants. We got to get them right. I've talked to Coach during the break. They got issues with shoulder pads, things like that. We need to keep these kids safe. They need to have better equipment than they've got over there. We will do our part. So look for that on social media.
This is our future.
It is.
They're the future of the high schools.
It is.
Both sides.
And Coach Prince, I told him I hope he's there for 20 years running that program. I think he was the right guy to get over there and be a part of it. I'm excited for that. Jerry, I know you are too.
Oh, yeah.
I have no more thoughts tonight. We will be on hand. I don't know where we're doing it from, but 7 o'clock on Monday will be the Lee County Coaches Show. Coach Bordeaux and I usually celebrating a victory. Not going to be it's going to be a different tenor. And then on Tuesday night, I'll be in Union Pines or in camp. Where am I going to be? I'm going to be in Southern Pines.
Yeah, you're there.
With the Union Pines head coach,
whose
there. School plays in Cameron. Jason Trisdale will be doing the Union Pines Moore County Coaches Show. So join us then. We'll be back Friday night, 7:30 kick. Lee County hosts Richmond. They will be looking to rebound.
Huge
Richmond
game.
will be looking to try to salvage their season.
Huge game.
So it's a huge game. This one was too. The following week against Scotland will be, and then, of course, we cap the season with the Brick City Bowl. Tonight, highlights. 107 is what I've got for B.J. Brown. Looks like he eclipsed 100 yards. That is the 14th time in his young career he's done that, 7th time this year. He would trade every one of those yards for a W here.
Agreed.
We saw a bit of a coming out party for the back from Pinecrest. I'm looking to check and see if I've got Zamir Spencer. I've got 107 yards for him on 15 carries. Looked a lot better than that, as if 107 yards is a little bit. That offense does.
It was clicking tonight, man.
They were doing their
offense
things.
was clicking.
They were ready for everything Lee County threw at them. All of the misdirection work. They ran the screen game. They give a master clinic on the screen game.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed with this coaching staff. And what you're seeing, whether you realize it or not, Jerry, you know, we're seeing the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have only been there one summer. Everything they're installing is brand new because this is nothing that Pinecrest used to do.
Yeah.
These guys have come up through the system running that Veer offense. This is a completely different design. If this is what they can do 7 weeks into this season, oh, my gosh, 2 or 3 years from now.
There's domination. Yes, sir.
All right. We're out. This has been the First Bank Postgame Show. I'm Chris. This is Jerry. We will see you next week. Peace.